I don't have anything to say.
About this show. It was quite possibly the best show ever.
Yeah, me and Logan got to run the Rooster Endo, and I think we killed it.
We talked about all of our sponsors. That was an important. Check that. I had Steve Christini on the show, and did you learn anything about all-wheel drive motorcycles?
It might be the future.
It might be the future. So if you want to be part of the future, pay attention to our sponsors and listen to what's coming up next. Cool, calm, and collected is what Matt called it.
Yeah.
I like to call it a S show, and Cooper likes to say really complicated words that you put up in the chat. My name is Jimmy Lewis. This is Matt Mattoon next to me, and Cooper Luke over there. We sometimes call him Cletus. Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, show number 150. Last show was so good with Big John, I had to double up on co-hosts.
Yeah. Double trouble.
Double the trouble. So we are also live on Instagram. That's what I'm doing right here. We just got done with the Tech Talk Taco Tuesday pre-show, and I know George wishes he knew about this, but he doesn't. It's top secret. Mark Daniels is probably going to join on here and tell us he's on TTTTT. He'll remind us of that again.
I believe he will.
But don't worry, I'm prepared. I've got tonight's tequila.
Oh,
Those art days. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm in the shot here with you.
Yeah, that's good. It's a 2-up. We'll call it.
That camera got a little knocked there.
This will be the Tech Talk Taco and Tequila Tuesday drink of tonight. I only did bring one thing up.
That one?
Yeah.
It's always that show.
Yeah, it shows the background. Now it's going to show extra crap. You broke it, Matt.
I didn't break it.
This isn't this junk over here is not part of the stage.
Well,
Fix it.
he just doesn't want to be in the bananas in the shot.
I should not be that much in.
So if you know how it works, you ask questions. We try to give you answers. Tonight on the show, we have Steve Christini from Christini All Wheel Drive joining us. We're going to talk about some two-wheel drive motorcycle stuff. And in motorcycles, two-wheel drive is all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to talk about that awesome bike that you were going to just talk? You were just putting it down on the endo board. You were putting it like right next to the three-wheeler.
No, I didn't. I'm not going to defend myself, but here's what I really did.
That
I don't like fat cats.
Okay.
I don't like, and by fat cat, I'm talking about a motorcycle, right?
Right.
Okay. I don't really like the Yamaha TW200 that much.
Okay.
And I like a Rokon for what it's worth.
Okay.
Actually, you can watch me on some garage pickers show or something that I did a guest appearance on. I talked about Rokons, and I told the guy it wasn't worth nearly what he thought it was worth, and they basically wanted to get rid of me real quick.
Oh,
I think that so consistently, I'm not a fan of big fat tired bike. I don't care. I've seen those things like with CR500 motors in them, and just because it's CR500 motor, and it didn't mean that I automatically was going to like it because I'm consistent.
Right.
I'm consistent.
Right.
So yeah, Steve's going to talk about his latest creation. That's what actually got us. It went on Facebook and it went a little viral. They are producing those things. So he'll talk about that.
That's cool.
Again, your favorite segment, Rooster End, will come up later in the show. This show, Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, number 151, is brought to you by Yamaha, Taco Moto, Scott Sports, Climb, DDC, Trail Tech, Fasst Company, Seat Concepts, and Bulletproof Designs. We like all of those companies. We use their products. Actually, we reached out to them to sponsor the show because I want to be able to organically talk about their stuff. How much of that stuff did you use today?
I did not use any of that stuff.
Zero.
Today.
Yeah.
I used zero. How about you, Cooper?
I put nothing.
You didn't. Yeah. I don't think you. Wait. No. I'm thinking you did. We did a little work on motorcycles today.
Yeah.
I didn't really use much of it either. Actually, I do. The Taco Moto product that we're going to talk about is the TMC fork wrap signals. Did you call up that sheet on the thing so I know the retail price? And I need to know what that little thing. I think that's the resistor in there that makes them work with so they're plug and play.
It does look does kind of look like a resistor. Every
bike last week on Rooster Endo had those things on there.
Yeah.
So I had to get some so I could talk about them and show them. I haven't used them, so it's I mean, it's pretty simple that it's a turn signal that clips on your fork leg. and you plug it in and play it, and it's a turn signal, so it can't be that complicated.
Right.
So we'll talk about it, and then maybe I'll plug it into one of my bikes that I've snapped turn signals off of, which means almost every one. Hi, everybody. How you doing out there? George wants to send us stars to comment. Oh, did Facebook ask you if you wanted to send star? Did somebody change the Facebook settings to where now we make money?
I thought you did that.
Oh, somebody? No, I didn't. Somebody makes money on our Facebook account.
Well, it isn't us.
Yeah, I have an adverse effect to making money. Even George would admit that. So, yeah, if you want to get to the front of the list, actually, there's a way. It's on YouTube too, where you can
super chat.
Yeah, you do super chat, and it puts you to the front of the line, or we promise to answer your question if you donate enough money.
Yeah, it highlights your question and your message.
Huh?
I know about this from some other stuff.
You're getting this show for free, right?
Right, but you can donate to your show to support them.
Okay, Rusty Nail says you get for $4, you get 200 stars.
Okay,
so how much? Let's say Rusty, just out of curiosity, if you just gave me 200 stars, would the screen blow up with 200 stars? Would they literally? There's so many stars. Would they not be able to? They have to blow up out of the screen.
I'm not quite entirely sure how it works. I think we have to set up some API stuff.
So how many of that $400 would I get?
$4.
$4. You get more than that. You probably get two. So if it's $200, you're probably gonna. That $4, you're probably gonna get $2.
$2.
Maybe more. I know you. I know. I only know
he's
the
going to do it.
Numbers. Yeah.
There's no way we're worth $4, Rusty. I think it needs to tilt up a little bit. Yeah, I think it needs to go up just a tad. But I don't know. I'm not the camera operator. We're adjusting cameras here.
Yeah. But what I would do is I would just hop on my phone and.
Did you get all the ums yet, Logan?
No, I'm not good at catching them.
Yeah, they sound so normal.
Yeah.
Well, hey, everybody that's on the Instagrams, do we have any questions there yet? I was going to answer their questions first. I was going to be nice.
Ooh, I was slacking.
There was a question.
Hey, even though I didn't use any Fasst Company products, I have a box of Fasst Company stuff coming for my new Yamaha Tenere 700.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because that bike will get, I'm sure I'm going to do things one at a time. I'm going to do kind of a build, a project build on that. And I'm going to do things sort of as I need to do them. I know what I want to do to it, but I'm going to ride it. And then I'm just one thing at a time, just say, I need to do this first and second. Because I really want to know, because I don't know. I want to know what the most important, I'm going to ride it. I want to know what the most important thing to do is. I know what it is right now.
What is that?
I need to pluck the rubber things out of the stock foot pegs.
Okay, that was the first thing that stood out to me when I went over.
That it was there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, those are coming off.
That bike is absolutely 100% box stock, but that's the way I like to start testing things and try things. So, that I already know I'm going to do it, but I'm going to go ride it. I'm going to ride it with the rubber things on, so I can feel the vibration reducing characteristics. And then I'm going to try to find a water hole, which actually today would not be hard to do. Maybe tomorrow they'll all be gone. They'll vaporize.
Maybe tomorrow, yeah.
But then I'll know exactly why I want to take them out. So if you guys have, and George is going to send me 5 cents directly. So you're going to flick a nickel at me. Boy.
Oh, man.
We have the guy that's in Zoom.
We have a guy that's in Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve's logged in.
I think so.
We should get to it.
Okay.
So do you know exactly how to bring him in?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then do you know how to bring him up on the little mini screen?
There you go. He's right there. Well,
make it full screen too. So view. No. Click view.
This is how we do this show right here. Good thing you don't have a microphone on, even though you do. What do you do?
Yeah.
Is that's
this microphone? This is the producer.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hi. You can't see me, can you? Can you hear me?
No, we see your name on the screen.
Yeah, but we don't.
Well, there you go.
We can hear you.
You're going to get me in the middle of the darkness. I'm on my roof because I got a 5-year-old that's still keeping me going. But you can get the Philadelphia city background going. How's that sound? That sound good?
That is awesome.
Perfect.
Hey, Steve Christini, welcome to Tech Talk Taco Tuesday. So as you know, I might have been bagging on your latest baby. My co-host at the time was super stoked on it, and
your producer
and my producer Matt, who was sitting next to me, they were all really excited about the new Christini. So what caused this?
What caused this? That's actually pretty funny. Yeah. we'd actually been talking about this for a long time. I mean, probably 6, 7, 8 years or something, because as you know, I mean, it was always hard for us to kind of go up against the big guys. So we always thought that our bike was more geared towards a utility vehicle in the first place. And, you know, so we always had this in the back of our mind, but a lot of it had to do with our, the new projects we're working on with electric vehicle stuff and the military. So that's actually what, kind of propelled us into going into this world. So what caused it? I mean, you know, all-wheel drive has always been synonymous more with utility than with motorcycles, obviously, because we've always been the weird guys. We always talk about that. But as you know, Jimmy, the tech actually works. It just has its spots where it works really well. And then it has its spots where, you know, it's something else on the bike. So, you know, in our situation, we just always thought that if we could make this the ultimate hunting outdoor utility machine, that would probably be the best spot for it. So that's, you know, that's kind of where it went.
So, yeah, interesting. So give everybody a little bit about your background. You were not a motorcycle rider. You came from the bicycle side. And so did the patents you have, the all-wheel drive ideas that you guys have.
Exactly. And, you know, a lot of people just assume that we were all moto guys. A couple of us were. Obviously, we've got guys involved like Wild Wally, who's been with us, not with the company, but, you know, integral part since the beginning. But I started out in the mountain bike industry. In fact, Jeff Ringley, if any mountain bike guys are out there, Sun Ringley Components, he worked with us for years. We did a lot of development. We actually worked with Gary Fisher. We worked with Trek. We worked with, we almost got acquired way back when by Raleigh to be the lead design group for Diamondback when they owned Diamondback. So we were bicycle guys, and the tech was always one of those things that we knew had an application when you put power behind it. And so I think we met at the bicycle show, right, Jimmy? Wasn't it like 20 plus years ago at Interbike, I think in Vegas? I think that's when we first met.
I don't recall. I just, the first time, I mean, I definitely know I saw you a few times at Interbike, because I would always go there to look at the weirdness. And you know what? I think, I think before I met you, I saw your motorcycle in a bicycle booth, and I'm like, holy crap! There's and that was right about the same time that Yamaha kind of, you know, started showing around that hydraulically driven all-wheel drive motorcycle. Of course, I was familiar with the Rokon from just the hunting utilitarian, survivalist stuff. So that was it. But yeah, I think I saw the bike, and then I somehow tracked you down or got a hold of you because I wanted to test it. And that thing was a cobbled together CRF 450R. That was
still in the shop. It's still right there next to my desk. It's that's exactly where you saw it, because we were at Interbike. We built that prototype just kind of as a talking thing, just, you know, kind of like something you'd see at a car show, not really with any full intention of going down that direction. But what happened was we were at that show, and along with people like yourself, 4 guys with fake name tags came walking in our booth, and they were actually the president of Honda US, the lead engineer for Honda Japan that built the CRF platform, the engine platform, who couldn't speak any English, and he was freaking out because we chopped his bike up. So he literally was like looking at it like he thought it was awesome, but he was also like, "What'd you do to my bike?" But that actually, at that show, before that show ended, we signed an NDA and started talking to Honda. This is 2003, almost 20 years ago. So that's what kicked the motorcycle thing off. And we were like, well, if these guys are interested in looking at it, and they were just really fishing for tech and seeing what we did. But then it went from there to, obviously we started doing Honda conversions first. We did like Last Man Standing with Jeff Aaron and a bunch of those guys, Extreme Enduros, which is kind of along the lines of this fat machine. This big wheel bike, utility, more, extreme stuff. But then we got in bed with KTM. Did a lot of development with them for years. You kind of follow that with Erzberg. We raced with factory KTM
Actually,
team.
Jeff Aaron raced it at Erzberg as well. And didn't he try Romaniacs as well? Yeah,
he did Romaniacs. He finished third in Romaniacs. Kyle Redman and him finished fifth and sixth in the first Erzberg. And that's actually when we signed on with KTM, because I met Stefan Pierre, the CEO there, because we beat both, I guess it was Juha Salomon, right? Is that him? Like back in the day, and Chris Birch was new on the scene, but they were both racing for the factory. And Jeff and Kyle, who nobody ever heard of before, at least over there, like smoked both of those guys on our bikes. So that's what propelled us to start talking and working with KTM. And then that went pretty near. I mean, we actually had an acquisition. We basically were in the process of rolling that in to be a production KTM 300 all-wheel drive. It would be a model line extension. So that deal almost happened, but 2008 and all that stuff collapsed. And we run back to the drawing board.
It was a little economy thing that happened, and then
thing. Yeah. So,
and I remember. So when I saw that bike, I said I want to try it. And I guess the Honda R&D guys took it out and did a little test ride, which now from doing this. I mean, they're technology fishing, but I rode that thing, and I have no intention of wanting to produce it. Go to market with it or anything. I rode it and said there is something here, and right away we were talking, and I'm like, why'd you put it on an R, like on the motocross bike and not as an off-road thing? And I just started asking all these weird questions, and I got right away. It's like, oh, he's not a moto guy, but he understands.
We didn't know what we were putting it on. We were just making the tech work, right?
You understood the technology so well, because I kept saying, I feel like the rear wheel, the front wheel doesn't drive, and that is your saying, when the rear wheel slips, the front wheel grips. Mm-hmm.
That's why. Yeah, and that's why we actually changed kind of the tagline on the website a few years ago, because we got really tired of explaining to people that it's not, they're like, oh, it must take all this power, it must do all, like, we changed it to active traction or traction control that works, because it's not powering, as you know, it doesn't power the front wheel except when there's loss of traction. And what it does more than anything than powering the front wheel, the rear slips, it transfers power to the front. It keeps the rear from overspinning, allows that rear to regain traction because it's pulled forward just enough to regain traction, and then it automatically releases. So it really is a traction control system.
And everybody thinks, they go, man, I bet you that thing climbs hills great. And I would be the first person to tell you that it's probably one of the worst hill climbing bikes, because it really, what it really does is it when you're hill climbing, it shows you how out of balance you are, because you tend to turn you lose your balance and you turn the wheels, and your rear wheel's always spinning when you're doing steep hill climbs. And so your front wheel's driving, but there's no weight on it. And when you lose traction on the back and that front wheel comes down and it's out of line, it pulls you to one side or other, which is that's like one of the biggest weak points of the technology, and everybody thinks that's where it works great. But I'll tell you where and as you learn to ride it, and I have one of your 250F conversions, which I love, and it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to realize, okay, I'm on an all-wheel drive bike. I have to do a couple things different. But if you ever ridden one downhill, they're amazing because
like
that's
bicycle spin.
Yeah, because all of a sudden the front end doesn't push. When you're going downhill and you give it a little bit of gas, it actually, the front end actually, because there's no weight on the rear wheel, it spins up, and usually that doesn't do what you want it to, and either the front end tucks or dives. But all of a sudden now the front wheel's under power, and it kind of pulls it out from underneath you. If you're going through trees, really tight, narrow trees, and you have to turn the bike without leaning it, you can get the front wheel past what you want to go and then gas it, and then it actually tugs the bike around a tree or around a rock, which is kind of an interesting feeling phenomenon. But on uphills, if you ever come to a stop and then you need to get going again. Like on regular bikes, they just don't want to get going. That first like half a wheel roll, especially when you're up against like something that's like a little kicker or a ledge that, the back wheel is going to push the front wheel into, and then it's not going to want to climb over it. It's going to want to stick. Well, the all-wheel drive like just gives you that first wheel, half a wheel roll that's priceless. And I've always been a big believer in the technology it adds weight, it complexity, all the things that everybody complains about, but so does four-wheel drive in your car.
Right. And so does, with e-bikes, and, that's the thing with the bicycle tech. I mean, it always worked. It was always a matter of, was the benefit worth the weight penalty? But now with e-bikes being so prevalent and the amount of weight in hunting bikes and things like that, I mean, we actually just today signed a deal with the Danish military to supply our bikes with them, because they've tested a ton of e-bikes, but they're using it as a utility machine. And it's there's a lot of utility uses now that are becoming kind of ripe for what we've done a long time ago. I mean, we never could completely compete in a standard, recreational mode, but the extreme enduros, of course, the bike does some pretty cool things, but how many people are crazy enough to do that at that level? Well, like you said, the hill climb benefits are there if you can dance on that thing like Jeff Aaron can, right up a hill. And that there's some cool videos still of him doing some amazing things, but how many riders are like that, or
very few. But then, this is the one thing, because we found in testing, just with your, when you started producing the Christini all-wheel drive 450, just the production bike, we had a bunch of different guys ride it, and the guys that just stood out were novice level or beginner level riders. That it was like kind of like when they started to fall over, and they did what most people do, which is kind of gas it. Instead of them continue falling over, getting out of control, the bike had this magic ability to kind of regain its balance, because the rear end started losing traction, but there was still something left for the front end, and it kind of pulled the bike. It acts like it's funny because an experienced guy goes, yeah, it feels like it has a steering stabilizer on it to a certain extent. And when a novice does something funny, usually they're kind of falling. They're pretty much on the way to the ground. They're going down, and then at the last second, when it wouldn't help to gas it, they gas it, and the bike kind of pulls them back together. So it has. I mean, go ahead. I was just going to say that what you just talked about with the novice thing, partially answers this big wheel project. It's we thought it'd be cool because obviously there's a whole. A cult. I would maybe you'd even call it a cult following of big wheel. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people. I mean, we posted that thing on Facebook, and within 12 hours there was over 150 comments.
Can Logan put the picture of that up? Is that easy?
Oh yeah.
To do for him?
Yep. No.
The Christini picture.
Yeah, put the Christini picture, the all-wheel drive picture, up on the screen. But yeah, I just want everybody that's watching this to be able to figure out and see what we're talking about. There it is. Yeah,
you got it.
So it's going up there on the screen.
Yeah.
That thing is dope.
Oh, shut up!
It's so cool.
That thing is cool.
Does every co-host I have think that's the bitch? No, that's the reaction that everybody's seeing, Steve, is they go, "Wow, that's pretty cool." But everything about I'm sitting here trying to tell everybody this is not weird. This is something that should be on a lot of motorcycles, especially adventure bikes. And you go and do something weird, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, bitchest thing ever." And I'm like, "Have you ever ridden?" I do want to ride it in some weird kind of strange fetish way, just to prove to myself that I'm right. Dave Donnelly right there, right, says he digs it. Dave, you can put an order in on them. They're doing the pre-orders right now. We're just getting all the production schedule together because we kind of put that out exactly to test the temperature, and we got such an overwhelming thing. I even responded to 100 plus inquiries about it, and we're about to launch this whole campaign for our electric. We have this electric ATV hub motor thing. We're doing a hybrid version of that that big, the big wheel that's going to have a gen set on it. We're doing a bunch of integrated things together.
But like you said, we weren't even sure we were going to go into a full production mode with it, but it's pretty obvious we should, just because so many people want it. But it's not one thing that a lot of people wanted to know, that I've answered a few of these on the threads, but they said, oh, it's cool, but it'd be a lot more interesting if it was street legal. Well, being a small manufacturer, we do have the ability, and we have our VIN dual sport bike. So the plan as of right now is to build it on a dual sport chassis. The difference will be the wide front end. Obviously, the triple clamps are different. The chain, the setup, the way the tech works is all the same. We just finished another run of 100 sets of drivetrain gears and stuff. So we're going to kind of tiptoe into this. And then the swing arm, I have to have this conversation later this week with the guys from BBC, because it's just their rear kit. We didn't use any of their front stuff because we had to make our own, but they were pretty excited we did this, and they're like, well, let's try to work together. A couple small companies, they, maybe have them do the swing arms. So really what it would do is we'd probably be selling this with a couple wheel sets, one that actually had a dual sport, maybe like a TW type of tire, something that, is about still wide, but it'll come with a wider fork. And then you'll just be able
I'd be willing to bet that it'll work better with that tire wheel.
Yeah, I think you might be right, because honestly, we've only done a couple of rides on this thing, and it's,
there's something similar to, or there's something called too much traction. Possibly.
It's a tractor. It really is.
Yeah. Now, I mean, maybe if you're riding on the snow, Dave Donnelly right here says, I'm taking that baby to Dumont. So yeah, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, before you see it, we already have talked to Wally, and they have, he's got a couple of local ad hoc motocross tracks in a couple different guys' places that I just don't want him to kill himself, but how he rides. He's going to just try to do something dumb on it right
Swamp
away.
Buggy Racing, Wild Willie Palmer at Swamp Buggy Racing. I guarantee you just take him there and talk to the promoter. Say, I there's guy. This is what we did at King of the Hammers when he sent your. Well, I think he. I don't know what he did. Your bike. There's videos of Wild Wally at Backdoor is what it's called on YouTube. Watch that, and you're going to see a guy send a Christini. Where it doesn't look nearly as bad as it is, and he just keeps running it up this wall and trying everything. And finally, he got up there, and the crowd went absolutely nuts. There's all these guys trying to drive cars up, and Wally did it on a motorcycle. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so Swamp Buggy Racing for Wally. Yeah,
no, that's the thing about this. I mean, it's exciting because it's different. There's still, as there's so many people in the industry who look at what we've done. They're like, what's the point? I don't get it. But the guys who have this bike, there's not a single guy who owns a big wheel version of whatever they have is not going to look at this and be like, that's cool, because they already have something weird, right? So add more traction to it. Like, how can it,
Yeah. So. Generally, any naysayer that I've talked to has never ridden one. Number one. And number two, if they have, they never gave it a chance. They kind of did some of the stuff they normally would do. And then they're like, oh, this isn't, it isn't like my normal bike. And it's like everything. It's like, like a recluse clutch, for instance. And this is a kind of it's a topic that I get into all the time. It's like, it has advantages and it has disadvantages for sure. And like the one thing I'm really surprised at is, and we have that video with 3 million views, up on Dirt Bike Test YouTube. It's just me starting and stopping on an adventure bike with your system on it. And basically that was part of our little durability test that we were doing, where you said, hey, go out and try to break it. And so I went and did really stupid stuff with it to try to break it. But when that thing worked, I'm like, this should be standard equipment on it. Just like there's places when you have a 2-wheel drive truck, you just will not drive. And at least you're smart enough in a 2-wheel drive truck to not drive where you shouldn't. But it's funny with guys on adventure motorcycles, you put them on there and they'll go ride into places they never should, and then they can't get out. And if you could literally flip a switch, and this is, I want to get with you on some of the electric stuff. We got to transition over to the electric because I'm curious. But on the adventure bike, you flip a switch and all of a sudden the bike just gets up and goes out of sand. Or if it's kind of stuck in mud, it wants to go. It doesn't just dig itself a hole. But, it's one of these things where it was really expensive. And then like which adventure bike do you adapt it to? And how do you build all these special parts? And this.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. I mean, there's so much more involved with that to make it work properly and be reliable. The tech was exactly the same, the way it worked. But like you said, there's a lot of things in there. We still get inquiries almost weekly of when we're going to finish that. We put a lot of money into it. That was a joint project. The KTM guys wanted to look at it. It wasn't like a factory project. It was more of a exploratory project.
Yeah, a little skunk works.
Skunk works, and they have a bunch of those. And since we had the history with the guys in the engineering group, they're like, yeah, let's do this. But I mean, had they ponied up a little bit of cash, there'd probably be thousands of them out there.
I'm sorry for sending you that email every week, Steve. I did. It probably gets old, but I kid you not. Actually, I had another good idea about maybe somebody else to approach on that. I think because that is game changing. It's literally game changing, and I kind of understand. I understand. Yeah, you look at the cost and all the other stuff, but as many 4-wheel drive trucks I see driving around that are just like kind of garage queens and stuff, I just start calling adventure riders garage queens.
I think so.
I think so. I don't mean to, because I would have it. I would literally have it on my bike, and then I wouldn't have to use it that much, but it would just give me the confidence to be able to go places that.
Well, that's exactly it. There's the weight penalty on what's the KTM? What are the new? I mean, they're getting lighter. What do they weigh now?
420, 440. Even the 790 or 890 now is 400 pounds. My Tenere is 420 pounds.
Right. So add in that, I think it was about 20 pounds of extra stuff. Right. So if
I'm going to bolt that much luggage racks and bling.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Or
only on the handlebars.
Eat 2 cheesesteaks before you go for a ride, and you got 20 extra pounds. No, but that's the point. If it's a get out of stuck free, like once every 50 rides, is it, how often do people really use their locked 4-wheel drive system on their trucks? Out there, yeah, a little more in the Northeast when it snows. I mean, there's people use it a lot, and then there's people who never so I agree. I mean, it just as an option. And you talk about traction control, they made that pretty standard on a lot of them, but as you know, it's not really a true. I mean, it's a true traction control, but it's a different purpose. It's not it doesn't do what we're trying to do. So
here's the question I have is we've seen this tried hydraulically, and it just is a power rob. And Matt, did you get the pictures? Are those pictures that we have of those other 2 bikes?
Yeah, they should be.
They're available.
Yeah, they're in the same.
Make sure you get ready to kind of pull those things up, because I want to talk about these. They're not there. What we're talking about is the electric. Now people are starting to go with electric hub drive, and my question is the technology there to control the all-wheel drive electronically like you do mechanically?
I think the answer is yes. Somebody like KTM. One of the bigger companies, the processor control, the traction control, and the sensors, for sure they could do this. But there's a cost benefit on this thing. I mean, everybody talks about, just put another hub motor in the front. People have been trying to do that with bicycles, right? And it adds on a bike, it's a significant amount of weight, but without them talking to each other, it becomes a big issue, right? But when you do it mechanically, you don't have any of the processor control, and it works seamlessly, as you know. So somebody like KTM, a bigger company, could certainly do it. But when you've got a gas vehicle already, and to add the amount of power and the electronics and all those other things, is a cost benefit there for a battery, an electric motor, a control processor, basically a VC, a vehicle control unit, to control the back to front slip ratios. Just on a cost basis.
I see your brain starting to spin the same donuts that mine does, because I've been involved. I've worked on some of the development of like the lean angle ABS, which, you start thinking about it when you have a two-wheel vehicle that wheels are driving and you turn the front wheel, it does very interesting things to the way the bike handles.
Right.
And so you on the mechanical system, your drive ratio is the way it is because you don't want the front wheel to be doing anything until the rear wheel gets a little slippery. So, but if it's, my question is like it always has to be sensing that, because if that front wheel starts pulling when you don't want it to, the whole dynamics of the bicycle or motorcycle, the two-wheel vehicle, really, really changes.
And I think off-road, on a road vehicle, they've done amazing things with, computer systems and stuff to basically do all these scenarios. But can you? But
it's got four wheels. It's got four wheels,
right?
And a lot. It's got four wheels, a lot of space, and a lot more sensors that are going on, and which means more sensors means more data for it to analyze. But it's crazy.
KTM years ago, they actually have a patent on a front hub motor, all-wheel drive, and the reason they brought us in to start talking to us is because that thing, they could never get it to work right. Now, this is a long time ago, but the scenarios are so vast where it would have, like you say, have to calculate all these different things to make it work the right and predictable each time. The cost of the bat and the weight and all those things, it's almost like, well, why don't you just add the $400 or $500 worth of mechanical part. Now they were talking about our stuff. When you get into somebody like KTM and the volume that they can do, it's kind of the amount of cost to add something versus the benefit. I think it can be done. The short answer is the cost benefit. It's sticking with a simple mechanical system. Now you might argue ours isn't simple, but it really kind of is when you break it down.
For what it does, yes.
It's simple. It doesn't break. In fact, that's one of our Achilles heels is we barely sell any parts for our all-wheel drive stuff because nothing breaks. But I
can vouch for that. How long have I been riding that 250X? And we've broken motor parts. Honda motor parts have failed. And other than, I think and we did that one rebuild way back when
2006.
Yeah. When we put, it was like, I got some upgraded parts, chain I wanted a slightly different gear ratio, and we just did a couple little things, and that thing's been bulletproof since then, other than the cable. And it's the old style cable. Yeah. It's a bicycle cable
for the engagement thing.
Disengage and engages. Yeah. That's the only thing that's broke on that thing in all that time. But I've ridden in like the Rivian truck, for instance, which is all-wheel drive, electric motor thing. And it's amazing what, like I said, all the sensors and stuff. But when I talked to them about how long did it take to develop, and they basically said, you have no idea. And it was you have no idea on the exponential dollars it took to write the programming to figure out what those wheels are doing. And you watch, like, Toyota has this button, you get stuck in stand in a Toyota, you can push a button and it does this weird thing, which you see me do this all the time with my throttle and my clutch.
Yeah.
They copied me.
Right.
They figured out what I was doing with my throttle and my clutch on my motorcycle. Mm-hmm. And they make the wheels move this certain way that actually undigs itself out of the sand, and exponential dollars to do this. But that's why I'm curious, because I've seen these, and we're going to put a picture up of one of the electric hub motor bikes there, Logan. Because you sent me a couple of links. This thing's called a Volcon, which is a giant battery and it looks like a hipster designed it, but again, fat tires. It looks pretty kind of cool. I don't know, and then can you get the other one up there? Which is the
Russian thing.
The Russian thing, yeah. So the Russian thing
with the bicycle hub motors,
yeah. What is this thing called? This is called the Ultra Bike.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. So we're if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can kind of search this thing, a Volcon or Ultra Bike, and it's the Ultra Bike. Is that what were those like over snow vehicles? What were those things that look like bugs that had these big giant tires and they drove on water through the tundra? Argos or something, or
Argo.
Yeah.
So 6-wheel.
Yeah, it's a bike version of this. It's a battery electric hub motor. It's like somebody took a bicycle and put rubber strap tires on it, you've been working on projects for defense vehicles, and you had the one vehicle. It was the hybrid one that I kind of wanted to bring up, which is and I saw the ATV video where you're now talking about having an ATV that's a lot of batteries, but it also has a generator on it. So that you can get out into the middle of nowhere, and the motorcycle actually had a turbine motor in it, correct?
Yeah, that had a rotary drone motor in it. Yeah, rotary motor. It's 42 horsepower, weighed 32 pounds, put out 42 horsepower. Pretty cool motor. It wasn't cheap though.
No, but you start. This is the kind of like I say, skunkworks, weird stuff that you guys think of and put it in the platform, in the all-wheel drive platform, and then it like, okay, now it can go anywhere and it can do interesting things. It can keep going for a long way. It can charge things. It can, So I think it's going to be interesting what that fat bike or that fat. I don't know. Is that what they call them? Fat bike. Called fat bike?
Fun bike.
Yeah,
fun bike. Oh, fun bike. Wow. Matt will work in your marketing department tomorrow.
Yeah,
I would ride
whatever. If they want to buy it, you're right. There's so many different variations of things that are happening right now, and a lot of these, back to the military thing, a lot of this stuff kind of got relaunched because of the development we're doing for the Naval Surface Warfare Group, the robotics guys. Actually, they do a lot of stuff with Boston Dynamics, the walking dog robot guys and all that stuff. But the stuff that we do for them is we've been doing a lot of vehicle integration stuff, because they look for little companies like us. We're relatively close. They can build things for them that they can test. And so that's actually what we built them. I don't even think I told you about this, Jimmy, but we built them a dual motor, dual battery electric motorcycle, all-wheel drive motorcycle. And the reason it had dual everything is they wanted a complete redundant system for military use, just in case something shit the bed. And it's got 4 batteries on it. And they use that thing in every operation. It's been a year and a half, and it's still going strong. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's
so. Are we going to see videos of this thing, like coming into the office and then kicking me out of my desk and doing my podcast for me? Because
I'll tell you, yeah, maybe I'll tell you why. Because the electric ATV we're working on right now, which is going to have, like you said, it's 4 hub motors, 180 amp hour battery, which is 13 kilowatts, which is about the same as a $29,000 Polaris UTV. Ours is going to be about 10 grand less than that. But that we're working with this military company in Utah, and actually part of the thing that is going to be on this vehicle, not right away, but they've already developed a programming that because it's hub motors, it's very controllable. Kind of just think your remote control whatever. It's got 4 electric motors, right? Forward, backwards. It rides like a regular ATV. However, they can also control it as a robot. So they autonomized this vehicle we built for them last November. It's an ATV, and they've turned it into a robot, but they're working now on a walk behind system, which we're going to commercialize for hunters. So you're going to have a 4-wheel hub motor ATV, electric. So, the range right now with just the battery is about 80 miles. With the genset, it'll be over 100 range extender. You'll be able to power your campsite, but you're also going to be able to use it as a silent walk behind vehicle eventually, probably within the next 12 months of when we launch.
Wow.
So that you could GPS track it. So you could leave it, say you're a hunter and you're walking, 20 yards ahead of this thing, and it just creeps behind you. And the military spent a lot of money. They actually did a DARPA grant. I can't remember the company that got it. It was like a $50 million grant. This is some years ago for a company to do that. And you can actually look these up. They use them now, for troops, and they basically are carrying supplies. They just follow the guys. They're basically just robots that follow them.
I have a couple guys sitting next to me that need the autonomous version of that in a motorcycle that can do all the riding for them. So number one over here, Cooper, so he doesn't get tired. He gets tired kind of easy.
There you go.
And Matt's just looking to become a better rider quicker than is humanly possible. So
yes, and I'm all for robotics and for programming.
He's a physicist by education, which means he's not very smart in the practical application of stuff, but good at the marketing angle like that. What are you calling it?
There you go, man.
A fun bike. Fun bike.
Fun bike, yeah.
The Christini fun size.
The bigger the wheel,
there you
the more
fun. We can talk, Matt, because one of the things about one of our problems I'd like to almost say is that we get excited about one project and we just move to the next one before we even finish the first one. So it
sounds like anybody you know.
Yeah.
This is me to a T.
Oh no, you're talking about the guy sitting next to you.
Yeah. I think we are that.
Yeah, that's the creative process to think of these things, and then you build it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's also with this fat thing. We started with the gas because it's there, right? We already got the engine, we have the fuel injection. You're gonna help us even get it tighter than it is. I mean, it needs a little more tuning. And then, we'll get launched on that. But the electric version, we got a really good 5,000 watt power plant right now, a mid drive. We're going to do our own frame version. So it's not going to be as standard motorcycle version. It's going to be a little squatted down because we're really going after more a utility guy. And we're also going to have, it's going to be likely a 3,000 watt range extender in the motorcycle version of the electric vehicle. So you're going to have, a range. I don't really know exactly what the range is going to be yet.
Don't let the Rokon guys know about this, because like Rokon, they're probably those guys that they're up in Vermont or something like that. They're probably just sitting in the woods. I mean, literally, they're in the woods hiding right now with guns, looking for this information that Steve has.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's funny you just brought that up, because if you look at somebody put this on that pictures of this bike on a Rokon chat site, and I haven't looked into it yet. But there's a lot of guys jumping over with Rokon comments who own Rokons. And, this is a little known fact is that, that they're still producing them.
Yes.
But from my understanding, you might actually know, I think we've talked about this before, but they're still selling a pretty fair amount of those every year. And it hasn't changed significantly in 20, 30, 40 years. I don't really know.
After 40 years of your Rokon and it finally wears out, or it like the frame rusted through and it cracked in half out in the woods with your buck that you're trying to haul out on the back,
right.
Mm-hmm. Or the tire finally popped and you realize, like, how do I get this thing? I'll just buy another one. So it'd be well advised for you to go after that market, make millions, and then come back and let's work on the hardcore dirt bike extreme enduro one.
Well,
adventure bike. Yeah. Adventure bike. Either one. I don't care. Actually, I'll send you my Tenere, and you just put an all-wheel drive kit on my Tenere. I'll be happy. And then we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's far enough out that I don't mind talking about it. And I know the KTM guys won't. I won't name the head guys in this that we worked on it with, but they had projected in 2008 it was going to be. So this is how far behind a lot of people don't understand the timeline. The bike was essentially done in 2008. Obviously, we had to refine it for production. It was the Erzberg version. It would have been an Erzberg edition, but it would have been a 2011 model year launch. So we're talking, and they wanted to launch with 3,000 units right out of the gate, and they were comfortable enough as just a kind of a skunkworks, some additional model. They thought that they could easily sell 3,000 units of just the 300 two-stroke out of the gate. Now, obviously, at that time, they were much smaller, but they had the infrastructure and all this stuff. So just to answer your question, Jamie, I mean, if, a niche market isn't a niche if you've got to reach like a big company does, right? So, and you don't have to put it on, just Erzberg type bikes, right? You could put it on TW type bikes and this big wheel bike, and all of a sudden you're rounding out to a a product line that could be using all the same parts, right? Maybe a different triple clamp lengths and different forks, 10,000 units. So it's not really a stretch to think, because that's not a lot of units. Big companies won't even, Polaris, when we had a lot of conversations with them, they wouldn't touch a product unless they knew they could sell 10,000 units. Now that may be completely different now, but so that's a big number for little guys. It's a small number for big guys.
Yeah, I think 10,000 units is a lot in the dirt bike market. Like 3,000.
Oh yeah,
I think there would be no problem to sell 3,000 like KTM 300 all-wheel drive bikes. There's enough freaks out there that would buy that. But I think there's 3,000. I would say,
well, if we could do a couple hundred a year as a bunch of dudes in a firehouse in Philadelphia,
you're still in the firehouse.
Big company. You're still in the firehouse, yeah.
Yeah, I remember back in the Jeep up there and getting that bike out for the show I went to, or the Tour Tech rally.
We've got some more shit in there, and bicycle stuff and weird stuff and ATVs and So I hope the Moto guys don't get pissed. We're making ATV stuff too, but you probably haven't understood that market is huge. It really is a lot bigger than the general off-road motorcycle market. I mean, it's just because it's a utilitarian market, right? I mean, we're not going after the high speed ones, although this thing, we had to tune it down. This ATV is so fast. It's scary fast. Like we have 3 speeds on it. But we had to.
Here's what's cool about it. You because it's all-wheel drive electric motor. Think about this. It can crab turn. It can spin.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Well, I know. Yeah. You can pull up. There is one YouTube video that we put out, a teaser of the one the military has. And if you want to, I don't know if you want to pull it up on YouTube right now. If you have somebody there, they can just Google.
My producer's asleep right now.
I don't know how to.
He doesn't. He's claiming he doesn't know how to do it, which means he's asleep. Same thing.
What if I get it?
It's okay. Yeah. No, we're good.
You can take a look at it.
Actually, this is more of a podcast than it is a video thing. So we're not gonna worry about it too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but people that see that, you're right. It does basically. It's the good old crab 0 point turn
like
thing.
A tank. Yeah, it just spins. It just does.
They call it tank turns.
Tank turns.
But,
yeah. So I don't want to talk about no more ATC talk. ATV.
No, we won't. Let's talk about the fat thing. I missed obviously your podcast, but so we got some guys who love this thing, and we got some guys who think it's
everybody
crazy.
But me. Everybody but me was loving it. So I'm the odd guy out, but I do want to ride it, and we've got to figure out how you need to get it out here to SEMA, because this is how I end up riding all your bikes. He needs to get them to SEMA, needs to get them delivered to Vegas for the show, and then they come back here. And then it sits around, and it's like doesn't sit very long. It's like, hey, let's go take it out. Right. Then we're out spinning laps on the bike, and then finally Steve calls up. I don't know.
I sent you a video of. Yeah, we'll we'll probably bring all the new toys out there. I mean, I think that's the plan. That, and then we'll probably want to get back out there in the January for SHOT Show if we can get a spot. But you definitely got to get on this. I also want to get. The real feedback. Like you said, there's the tire thing on this the dynamics of this thing are going to be a lot different, because those things, as you know, they already steer a little bit difficult. So,
I think you'll have to tune the ratio, which is easy to do. And like you said, you start talking about that lower platform and, easier to ride thing. And then you go, then you're in that Rokon world where people probably want to, look, we're Americans. If we can drive a top fuel dragster to work, we do it. And like a Rokon, you pull it and it goes tick, 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 and that's all it does. And like now all of a sudden you go rap, and okay, yeah, I got my hunting vehicle is way better than yours.
Right.
Like, is that a length contest or what? Yeah, let's go. So I think that's a good thing. I just, like I said, I hope that the technology somehow starts dribbling into, because I don't want to say we're stagnant with the motorcycle stuff. It's just everybody's so reluctant to anything change or awkward or different. And it takes a little while, for it to sink in, but I'm a believer. You don't have to.
Well, I appreciate that. To kind of answer why I think that's so, at least from my perspective, in trying to work with big companies to try to get this into more volume. there's a lot of innovation out there, and there's a ton of stuff that we'll never see that's sitting in KTM's, in their factory and all these different things. It's not because it doesn't work. Everybody's like, oh, this is so great. Why isn't in every bike? It's because there's only a handful of companies, right, that will venture into the unknown, right? But they also are smart business people, and they won't venture into the unknown unless there's a guaranteed volume in return on it, right? So they may all know, and I know that KTM knows this, and Polaris know this, and a couple of the other companies that we've had serious conversations. It's not that this technology isn't a home run from a functional standpoint in a certain vertical, right? It's that how big is that? And is it worth their investment of millions and millions of dollars to tool something up? Whereas a little guy like us can say, well, we can afford to do a few hundred of these because we're really hand building these. Now that we don't have all that overhead and other things. So I think there's a lot of things now getting missed, and the consumers don't get to see it not because it's not there, not because it doesn't work. Just
it's not super profitable. We'll call it.
It's not super profitable, and they make these decisions.
It can be a little profitable, but these companies don't make decisions to be little profitable. They need to be bigger. And you talk about how many people are doing it. Like how many companies have some of these ideas. How many crackpots out there like you that come with these crazy ideas that didn't have the forthright to actually start producing it and make a company like Christini, right?
Well, yeah, right. Exactly. And that's why, we exist, not because everybody, we're not just, the Moto site. I mean, we've got our revenue comes from, we have 2 retail bicycle shops. We make a lot of our electric fat bikes, and we're selling those all over.
I've ridden the bicycles, by the way, and the bicycles work just as good as the motorcycles for a lot of the same reasons. And
I had a lot of fun on the one I rode.
Yeah, and I'm not a weight weenie. That's the other. The electric, the electric bike, the electric fat tire bike.
Yeah, that one was super fun.
That proves the concept of fat tires in a really good way, because I rode it on snow and I rode it in really soft sand and uphill climbs that you couldn't do on a regular bike, not even close. You couldn't do it on a regular e-bike, and this thing just pedaled right up like it was boring.
Well, now just imagine that with a motorcycle.
I know with the motorcycle. With the fat one. Okay. Okay.
Well, you're right. Well, there you go. And
I'm just trying to convert it here.
Well, you're going to, it sounds like, I don't have a choice after this conversation, right, Jamie? I got to send all these things out there. So, which is fine. Every year you get something to mind, and you play with it for a little bit, it sits there for a few months, you ship it back, and I send you new upgraded stuff the next year. The new bikes too, that we're going to be coming out with the bicycles, e-bikes, we'll send you a new one. We're refining that too. We're doing some changes, some geometric changes, and then obviously the Moto thing, the Fat Moto, and then hopefully, I don't know if we'll have the electric version of that done by SEMA, but you'll be getting that too, because that's going to be pretty neat. It's going to be an interesting take on what we see as a functional utility, but yet pretty cool product. So, we're still doing a little bit of everything right now.
Yeah. Getting crazy.
But you are too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, thanks for.
Actually, I was wondering if I could ask a question.
Oh, you can ask a question.
It has nothing to do with motorcycles. That's more to do with manufacturing side.
If I told you I'm going to fire you tomorrow, would that change the question?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't looking for a new job.
Just because I know you're in with. I know you work a lot behind the scenes with the design and the manufacturing of motorcycles. So one thing that I've been kind of eyeballing lately is, when does 3D printing kind of come into play with making parts and frames and stuff like that? So rather than machining and milling these parts, when do you kind of see 3D printing coming into that place? It's just been something I've been wondering.
I think we don't have a 3D printer ourselves. Actually, one of the guys that we do some work with has one, and he's making some parts. I mean, I think that we're at the point now that the technology is there where there's a lot of things that you can 3D print. Like perfect example of something that we probably will make that step within the next year is Jimmy, our all-wheel drive engagement switch, right? That lever. right? It's a pretty small. It's too small volume to forge, which is how we should make it. It's pretty expensive to CNC because there's a lot of contouring, but 3D printing, the materials and the composite materials now, that's perfectly right because it's not critical, right? You don't want to 3D print like, I don't know, let's say a handlebar, something that could potentially be catastrophic and somebody could get hurt. But, taking all of these parts and switches and all these things. Now, for big companies, it still makes sense to either injection mold or roto mold for gas tanks, so to speak, right? Things like that. But for little guys like us, I mean, perfect example, people like, oh, why don't you have a kit for this bike or that bike? It's like, because the roto mold for the gas tank's $35,000. And to sell 100 kits makes no sense, right? So, but all of a sudden 3D printing of certain parts makes those things possible. So I guess the short of your answer is what it's going to do is it's not necessarily going to change pricing. What it's going to do is it's going to make these conversations what Jimmy and I just had about all these ideas. Hey, it'd be cool to make that, but damn, it's expensive to CNC and we can't tool up to do plastic fabrication because it's not worth it to spend.
You know how anybody can do a podcast. No, anybody. All you have to do is have the iPhone right up there, and then it just runs through an app. And now we have this looks like a professional operation,
right?
And we're doing it off of one phone and one microphone, as you can see here. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're going to push a button, and you just choose the color you want it to print out your new fat Cressini. You just push a button.
Well, that's the next way.
It goes through the internet. That's a bunch of tubes. It'll go from here to Philadelphia, where he's at. Mm-hmm. And then it'll print out your new motorcycle,
right?
And then you just got to find somebody to drive it out.
I don't doubt that we're only a few short years of a lot of parts on smaller companies, vehicles and things being made, and then some leap between that and full products being produced.
I think they call it like the maker. What do they call it? The maker environment or something. Mm-hmm.
There's a terminology for this. The futurists were thinking about this 10, 15
years ago. We have the Maker Fair here every year in Philly. It's basically a lot of guys making all kinds of crazy shit out of 3D printing. I mean, it's for simple consumer. Well, not even simple, but consumer products. I think it's going to just start taking over. I mean, it's going to change a lot. I mean, I just know that for us, there's still all the liability. We could have a whole podcast, Jimmy, on why liability dictates a lot of what things are.
We only talk about fun, exciting stuff here. No bumming out. No, we don't want to bum anybody out.
That's
so Steve, you've made this quite interesting because Matt talks a little bit. Cletus over there. Hey, do you have any words? This is something. So we have a segment that we call "Say It with Cooper."
Oh, don't do it.
And don't do it. No. Okay, we have a segment we call "Say It with Cooper," where we have people type in words like. Do you know what my favorite motorcycle is of all time? This is an interesting question. Do you know? I have a brand, a favorite brand.
You're asking me. You probably told me after
when I told you to build. I probably told you should build an all-wheel drive Husaberg 570. Right.
Yeah.
Because then I've explained to people how it doesn't like dig hoop-de-doos. It actually warps the earth because there's so much power coming out of that motor. Mm-hmm. But if it was all-wheel drive, it wouldn't be able to do that. So I probably didn't talk to Steve about this concept because I like that warping earth that it does out of the rear wheel. Yeah. But how did you say Husaberg?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we had somebody write it there and
Husaberg.
Husaberg?
I think that's what I said. Yeah.
Husaberg. Yeah, he had his own thing. But anyhow, the problem is you can't type it in. You have to type it into the chat, which is on the side of the screen here. And then he reads the word, and then we have people try to guess what he was really trying to say. So, hey, awesome talking to you again. I'm sure we'll talk in the very near future.
We will.
And good luck with that.
Thanks for bringing me on. And all your listeners out there, they can hit up I will eventually get back to the 150 people that I've ignored. I was on vacation for the first time in like a year last week, but I will get back to people. But thanks for having me on, and guys, nice chatting. We'll follow up. I'm sure you're going to be getting on this thing,
we're gonna follow up, and I'm going to laugh at all you guys when you're riding that fat cat thing. I'm just going to roost by you on my Husaberg. That's it.
And we will have bigger smiles.
Okay, Steve. Good to talk to you again.
Right,
we'll talk in the near future. Okay,
take care, guys.
With that, it's time for us to take our commercial break on Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, but that wouldn't be possible. Well, you know what? You're going to get to watch a Yamaha commercial, so go ahead and roll the tape.
What's up, Moto Buddies? Mike here from Taco Moto Co. What is the Taco Touch? It's the best service in the industry. Virtually 24/7 tech support via email or text, and it's like having a dirt bike doctor on call every day of the year, helping you fix your bike or recommend parts or setups for you. If you've ever received an order from us, you know that the Taco Touch extends to our fulfillment, and our orders come with the coolest stickers that you've ever had, buying parts from anybody before, and a handful of root beer barrel candies. All of our Taco Moto Co. branded components come with a no questions asked lifetime warranty, and we'll even extend out the warranty of other manufacturers, OEM, and aftermarket parts where we can, sometimes for life. We test and tune endlessly and exhaustively and obsessively. We're trying to destroy everything that we can before you get your hands on it, to look for weaknesses and to improve it, or to make recommendations to the manufacturer. And if it's something that doesn't meet grade, then we don't offer it on the store. Everything that we carry is something that we have personally used, tested, and ridden and raced, and knows meets the high Taco Touch demanding standard. Go out and get some adventure.
Since 2009, Seat Concepts has been dedicated to making the best aftermarket seats. More comfort, more grip, more riding. For 10 years, we've continued to raise the bar. Innovation and American craftsmanship make Seat Concepts the world-leading manufacturer of power sports seats.
We're back.
And we're back. We're talking about extinct birds. This is what is it, Logan?
It's a
Blue-footed.
Yeah, talking to the microphone.
Oh,
yeah, this
blue-
one really close.
Yeah.
Blue-footed boob. I thought it was a. What's the? So my retired bartender, who now goes on sweet trips, brought me back this, and it's from the Galapagos Islands. So I poured my Dos Artes Añejo in there. You'll notice I didn't let the minors touch the alcohol. I learned about that on a trip, on our adventure riding trip.
Yep.
Right? You're not allowed to. The kids aren't allowed to put the beer in the bag, move the beer out of the cart, or anything. I didn't know this. Like, they're not allowed to handle the alcohols. But I don't have any kids, so I don't care. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to Tech Talk Taco Tuesday. That was an awesome interview with Steve Christini. If you scrolled through, if you skipped it, you missed it. That's what I like to say. If you skipped it, you missed it. So, what time is it now?
Restrando time. But do we have
Yeah.
the questions?
Do we have the questions? Do we have any questions? That's the question that I have.
One question from
We have one question. It said something about is there a spark arrestor in this? What was that video? Which video was that? On the Amazon pipe? Hell no, there's not a spark arrestor on an Amazon pipe. Are you kidding me? No. There's no things. Do we have too many commercials on this show, Logan?
Maybe.
Do we talk about our
Probably
sponsors too much?
I don't think our sponsors hate it.
You don't? No, they don't. I like our sponsors.
They all work.
Every product that we have as a sponsor, I use, and I like them, and that's why they're on the show. So, if you're wondering who our sponsors are, Logan's going to tell you right now. In like, you're going to enunciate and do the. Do you notice? Okay, so you might notice that at the first part of the show that Matt was sitting here, and he got fired. He's
Before we lost
I think
our three viewers.
I think he's probably going to work at Christini. Like, he's maybe starting tomorrow. I don't know. How gone. He's just out. We have 3 viewers now. All 3.
3 out of 3.
That's the Wi-Fi.
That's how our Wi-Fi signal is. You ding dong.
Oh, I know. But
No, Yeah.
We actually have.
This is
more.
the kind of help that I get to hire. At least you're worth what I pay you. I'm having a sip of tequila. Read our sponsors.
Yamaha, Moto, Scott Sports, Climb, which I use today, DDC, Trail Tech, which I use today, Fasst Company, used today, C Concepts, used today, Bulletproof Designs.
You're talking about that stuff was on all the bikes that you rode around, that you rode on. We were freshening the gas on some of the rental bikes.
Yes.
So what Climb stuff did you use?
Your helmet.
My helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not even.
How were the flex handlebars when you were going down the road?
One was really squeaky. And
Squeaky?
Yeah,
Like you hit it and it squeaks?
squeaked.
Oh, I need to know about this.
Well, that's a problem.
Well, because you pressure wash the damn handlebars, I'm sure. Oh, Cooper did.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't watch you guys when you're washing each bike. I should, because if you're pressure washing the handlebars, like, you're not really supposed to. Who knows? If they're squeaking, it's probably on a bike that the handlebars are like 20 years old. Which bike was it on?
Carbureted.
A carbureted bike. Okay, so carburetors are at least 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm close. How do I know this stuff? How do I just guess?
Because I'm here.
Well, no, it's just, it's hard for me to explain. I show you what it looks like inside of my brain. You know how your room's really messy? There's just shit everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. You know where everything's at, right?
Everything. Yeah. Except
Okay.
for my wallet.
Except for your wallet. Have you lost your wallet?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So, proving my point,
There's always one thing lost.
I don't really remember what it was like to be 16. I mean, I kind of do. I was pretty stoked that I had a driver's license and I could drive.
Me
And Ed, do you remember what it was like to be 16?
Yes.
Yes. How many tickets did you get?
When I was 16?
Yeah. 4.
Dang.
Yeah, it's my father-in-law, but they were a little less strict then, and they didn't throw you in jail like they would now, because they're trying to fix you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. But Bob, 16, remember it?
No,
No. Drugs?
probably.
Probably. Okay. So kids, don't do drugs. Because when you're old, you want to remember what it's like to be 16. That's why I'm sitting here. I can remember, but I had so much fun like last week, and I like remembering having fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take all the.
Well, I think it was more fun than I was having when I was 16. And this is what's hard to think when you're 16, because you're just like, you're all about having fun and doing the next thing.
Yeah.
This is what dirt bikes are so cool, because dirt bikes are pretty stinking fun. And it's a good fun, and as long as you don't get hurt. But that's why you got to wind the fun meter down just a little bit, because we all think it's fun to go super fast and do crazy stuff, but it's no fun to have a cast or go to the doctor. So you just wind it back a little bit. You could have a lot of fun on your dirt bike. Hey, kids, this is do we have that that thing now, the little doo-doo-doo, the little sound effect?
Do not have that available right
We should have that on a sound meter.
I think
So-
I know how to.
Yeah, well, we'll get it. It'll be on the next show or the next one or the one after that. But that's what you need. So that's what's cool about dirt bikes is you can go out and do all the crazy stuff you want to do, like Ned did in his car, and he didn't get arrested for it. You can do that on your dirt bike right now. If you just tune it back a little bit, it's not getting tickets. It's not getting hurt. You go out and have a super good time, and it's stories that last a lifetime. And then when you're my age, say I'm not as old as those dudes, I'll think about it and I go, I'm thinking right now about some YZ125 fun that I had when I was 16. No, KX125. Sorry. I took my KX125 to Baymare. I rode at a track called Baymare. And you have no idea what I'm talking about, but this was a national, it'd be like Glen Helen or Redbud, but back in the day.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was a thing because I was your age and I didn't know anything about history, but I went trail riding on my XR200 and rode to this place. And I said, man, you could make a really cool track here. It was this valley and had all these hills and stuff. And there was kind of like things that looked like somebody had built up a bridge like thing, but the wood over the top was gone. But it was like, I'm like, I'll bet you could jump over that. It was like a tabletop, but the wood in the middle was gone because it was an over and under bridge. And there was these big things that were shaped like berms. I had no idea why they were shaped like berms. And there was 2 or 3 of them. And they went through the trees. So we went there, we rode there. I was like, we're going to bring our motocross bikes back. So we drove, figured out how to drive there because I was 16 and had a driver's license.
Yeah.
Drove to Baymare with my motocross, KX125 motocross bike, laid out a motocross track. Wouldn't you know, it was the exact same track that they used like in 1972 at a motocross national. Well, a Trans AMA or something like this. And this is where I don't know the history.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know exactly what race it was, but it was like the national motocross. It was the big motocross of the day back then. And I just, without even knowing what I'd done, I laid out the track almost exactly like it was. And we started practicing there. That's where we went to go practice on our dirt bike. So that's why dirt bikes are cool and they lead to good experiences. So with that, we're going to roll right into Tech Talk Taco Tuesday's favorite segment, brought to you by Takamoto. What do we call it?
Rooster Endo.
Good. Rooster Endo. Say that with excitement. Throw a little zap into it. Actually, hold on.
I just make you do it.
It's by Logan's.
Can we run that now? Is it Logan's mic?
Yeah.
No, it's by Logan's feet.
It's by his feet.
Under you,
The mic
Logan.
is up. You're gonna have to turn that mic on too.
Yeah, you have to turn it on.
This is the show we call Tech Talk Technical Trouble Tuesdays.
We call the segment Rooster Endo.
Okay.
We call the segment Rooster Endo.
Rooster Endo. Brought to you by Tech Talk Taco Tuesday and Takamoto. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
I think we all need media training here.
No, I think we need to turn it clipped. Do you hear it clip?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you don't have microphones on.
Yeah.
You're fired again.
You mean headphones?
Headphones, yeah, microphones. Put microphones on your ears. I run out of intelligence about this point in the show, so you guys can carry it on from here. I'm going to get up and leave. You guys want to do it? You're by yourself? No, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm going to move over. I'm just going to move
You want to
up.
produce?
No, I have no idea.
That'd be funny.
You can teach me in about 10 minutes.
It's really not that complicated.
It's not that. I saw Logan do it. He was just sitting there with his finger over a button and he went like that.
Well, he was pressing the additional buttons. So the additional buttons are the premium feature to make the show really good. To get the show going, you only need 2 buttons. But then, it's the premium.
Okay, so I'm going to just sit here on the side and this is kind of strange. I've never done this before, but I'm just going to critique
Okay.
All right.
what's going on.
All right.
So you two,
You do those two.
boobs,
No.
we'll call you boobs.
No.
No,
Remember-
you got the long ones.
You know what? I remember is like this is the blue-footed booby.
Yeah.
And that's why that's what made me think of boobs.
This one.
And you guys are both wearing blue shirts, and that makes you boobs.
This one has a
don't
funny
forget
word.
the
So
titty
you gotta
tail,
do
too.
it.
How can we ever forget the titty tail, huh, Cooper? I hope somebody has one of those on their bike they submitted to.
Rooster Endo.
Rooster Endo.
Oh, where's the
Oh,
microphone?
I turned it off.
Give it back. That's mine. Give it damn.
Excellent show.
Hopefully they had it for the show we call Rooster Endo. The segment.
Our first person on Rooster Endo is going to be Chris Hitchcock. He's got a 2015 XC300. Pretty good looking bike, huh?
Explain it.
So it's got bulletproofed by BPD Seat Concepts Comfort 7602 Racing Clutch Cover Pro Circuit Platinum Pipe with 304 silencer, suspension done by FCR, Tuss fan kit, super sprockets, wrap 9 pegs, more pointless bling. Did I say something wrong, Logan?
He's the one laughing.
I know.
I'm grinning.
So what do you think about this bike, Logan?
It's a little protected.
Yeah. What about the photo? Jimmy always points that out first.
I like the scenery.
Looks pretty woodsy, huh?
I don't think there's a front discard.
No. He's got a rear one, though.
He does, and a lot of shiny things.
Yeah. Oh, he's got one of those, what What are you, grabbers?
Hold on. Let's see. I gotta turn the volume on this one's a little high, isn't it?
You can talk.
Can we drop this? How do I? Which channel is this going into?
I don't know, actually.
We got to figure out where the voice-o-matron is going back into the other thing. No, you guys are doing good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with how it was going. Logan, you're being a little, typical, just short with the words.
I'm trying to figure out what gloves he has, and
We'll figure out what gloves he has.
Oh, because it's on the seat.
Hey, you know what? Oh,
I didn't even notice that.
oh, that's a good catch. That's a Seat Concept seat, by the way. Awesome sponsored of the show. Yeah. The comfort seat doesn't necessarily match the motif of the bike, we'll call it. But I like the fact that he's gone there. Remember, this whole segment was literally started because we kind of put it out there, and everything that came in was a Seat Concept seat. And we're like, we got to get them to sponsor it. But they sponsored our hotline, which everybody's afraid to call because they think they're going to I'm going to beat them up on the phone line.
you kind of did.
I did? I've been mean to callers?
The two people that called you
I was mean.
were not the nicest.
Yeah, you talk into that microphone, Logan.
You weren't the nicest.
I wasn't the nicest. Which one is he?
Matt.
He's Matt? Oh, you're freaking maxed
Yeah,
out.
they're called tugger straps. Thanks, Heather.
He's got to speak like into that mic.
Talk into the microphone.
Yeah, and then you move your mic arm back. Yeah, there we go.
Me.
There we go. Yeah. We were just seeing Mike.
It's better than my face. Come on. It's a podcast. Anybody that's watching us on video right now,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him. I really do.
All right, so what do you think about the bike, Logan?
Okay, let's get back to those gloves. I'm really intrigued by the gloves.
Yeah.
Those do look like they either look like your Climb gloves or the ones you get for like $9.99 at Home Depot.
Yeah, I was thinking the 99
I was
one.
thinking 999.
Yeah,
You
you
know-
get them in like a pack of 5 too.
You know what just like draws me to this bike? Like the thing I keep focusing on is the billet or the anodized orange Kickstarter. Where
Oh, I didn't even see that. That's cool.
did he talk about that?
Bling.
So
Nope.
yeah.
He did say a more pointless bling though. Maybe that's
That's some of the more pointless bling. I wonder how is a billet or orange anodized Kickstarter stronger than the stock one? And what year is this bike again?
15.
15
15.
XC300.
So it may not have a electric start. I'm trying to look at the buttons. It looks like it has a start button up on top.
yeah, I think they do.
Yeah. What's your? Because yours is a 13.
Yeah, and they have them.
Hey, did we talk about your bike much?
I don't know.
Do you want us not to?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just joking. I don't care. It's in crate right now.
It's in a crate. It's in multiple boxes. And some of the boxes need to be sent away. So Heather, that's not a tugger strap on the side. That's
What are
actually,
they?
it looks like it says Tusk on the thing, but they look like the Enduro Engineering grab handles that it uses the muffler bolts and it puts a little aluminum like hook there so you can pick it up and carry it. But they're not tugger straps. Tuggers are the fiber ones and stuff.
I like the gas level.
Oh, nearly empty.
He's got the Cherubies frame guards. You think that's Cherubies?
It looks like a Cherubies ones.
Yeah.
I kind of like this bike. It's out in its natural element, although he may live in a trailer, a single wide trail that's like literally 25 feet from this mossy tree that he took his picture on. And, as an owner of a trailer of some sort like this, I understand. So, because that's not where he really lives, but that's where he rides out of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like this. This thing roosts. Why? It's your segment. You take it over.
Yeah, I'm roosting it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I would want to know what kind of gloves he's got though.
I really want to know.
Just talking to the microphone, Logan.
I really want to know what he.
If he sends what kind of gloves he's in, what do you think they're going to be? Let's take guesses.
I'm guessing the gloves I have, the Climb.
I'm gonna guess Home Depot.
No, I'm going Home Depot. I saw the it was when they put the thick padding and then just around the tip they have that little wraparound.
Like the black wraparound?
I caught that.
Well,
We sometimes we overanalyze shit. So don't judge. Just send us your photos and we'll go. The grunt is not in this Rooster Endo, is it?
Yeah, it's just the folder that
Oh, it's just in here. Okay.
Just the folder.
Got it.
come on, it's a funny word. Gotta say it.
Oh, you guys switch. So now Logan You read it.
Yeah, I get all the.
You read it, and then
word.
Cooper, you get to do the commenting.
All right, sounds good.
I'll do my best to not interrupt.
Okay.
But I do have a word for you.
A word.
Yeah,
Oh, let him just point at the word and have him read it.
that's where that is pointing. First one.
Ox Hydra.
Okay.
Did I say it wrong?
I don't think so.
Bob's not laughing.
Ox Hydra. Yeah.
Okay.
Ox Hydra.
Hydro.
Hydra. No, it's Hydra. No, he's right. Yeah,
That's
Hydra.
first.
It's a brand name, not Hydro. I mean, it might be Hydro, and the guy mistyped it. Like every time I think Logan mispronounces something, it's the spelling.
Oh yeah.
Like when the names, we have to kind of forget about the names because those are all over the place. But when Logan reads stuff, he's usually reading what the person put into the thing. What Cooper says is a whole different planet. He's like an alien just landed down on this planet, and he just got what are one of those like programs that you read
What's
when
that
you're
one?
gonna learn a new language?
Duolingo or
Yeah.
Bumble.
It's got to be a cherry.
Bumble?
Ace bit.
Bumble. That's where you do your language?
Oh no, Bumble.
That's a different thing?
Yeah, no.
So one of those things, Babel.
Babel is like
Right, same thing. So it's like an alien landed, had 15 minutes with Bumble, and then he started reading off the list. So okay, back at it, guys. I'll stop. I'm going to quiet up over here.
Benjamin,
you guys get it
right.
Oh, before you take off on that, Dave. Oh, that was the wrong person.
You
Sorry.
need to move that thing out of so we can see the comments.
Yeah. All right, read it.
Dave Black said he wore Harbor Freight gloves for years when he rode a KLR. You could not. How are the Harbor Freights at attaching your luggage? I meant milk crates to your motorcycle. Hey, we have a KLR 650 coming here as a test bike.
Oh, I want to write it.
So the best thing is you guys need to figure out how to get it away from Matt because he's kind of like a KLR guy.
Yeah, look at him over there.
Yeah.
He's like celebrating.
It's the greatest adventure bike ever made.
Yeah, well, I have recommended it many times, but not as good as the new Tenere 700. Yamaha.
Dope.
Yeah, visit yamahasmotorsports.com. Check out your Tenere 700 like I have and enter the victory zone. Enter the victory zone.
2020 KTM 500 EXCW.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Flex bars, Recluse Radius X clutch with 6 silver springs and heavier wedges. Ox Hydra rear handbrake. Dirt Trick sprocket 1450. VE33S rear tire. MX3SF front tire. EE larger rear brake tip. Warp 9 foot pegs. Modified stock exhaust end cap. Big boy suspension. 335-pound rider. A Cherubies frame guard. Polysport gray plastics with race team graphics. Basically stock beyond the other cosmetics. 176 hours and running strong.
So he's doing a couple of things right. He's got the best bars in the industry, flex bars. You notice that?
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Thumbs up
Thank you.
from over here.
I like the Cherubies frame guards. Those blend in with the bike pretty good.
What is AES?
That's what I was trying to figure out. He said Team Racing Graphics.
Oh, it's his team.
Yeah, what
He should have thrown out a shout out to his team. Come on.
Matt, can you zoom in on the AES because it has letters under them?
We can try.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Well, the best part about that was like, so Logan was like whispering at his microphone and you adjusted it to him.
Yeah.
So imagine the guy
And
who's in his car right now, and he's getting close to the speaker, and then all of a sudden, well, the good thing is Matt's going to fix this in post, right? If not, you're fired and you're going to be working for Christini like by noon tomorrow. Heather says that she says, I like that he has his weight as his number plate.
I didn't even notice that.
That's so cool. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be so tough to judge tonight because I'm liking both. Oh, I'm shutting up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's got some pretty yellow on the bike. What do you say?
You know what's funny is
wow.
I can't even shut up over here.
No, but,
You guys are killing me. So the colors are so Husaberg-esque.
I thought it was a Husaberg.
I did too when I saw the picture.
I thought it was a Yamaha.
When you started reading, I literally thought it was going to be a Husaberg, and he was going to disguise it as a KTM 500 and see if we noticed.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody trying to pull that stunt on me.
That'd be funny.
Wouldn't have
Yeah.
worked.
No, it wouldn't have worked, but it'd be funny.
You're supposed to describe the bike.
Oh, so yeah, for your podcast listeners.
That
so
thing
it's
roosted, right?
Blue.
What?
Oh, you're going to describe the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
For
good.
the for the podcast. So Logan said what it's got, but it's blue with a little bit of yellow.
It is.
got,
It is a
headlight.
KTM. It is a KTM 500.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
with flex bars.
And I kid you not, when I heard his Recluse clutch setup, that's so close to mine. I mixed the silver and the. He said silver, right? I don't remember that. Silver and metal.
Silver.
So I mixed the silver and the metals.
With the heavier wedges.
Yeah. Not recommended by anybody but me. Okay.
Looks great.
Yeah, so it's just a good looking dirt bike with 2 wheels.
And his weight.
And his weight as his number plate.
His number plate.
He's got team graphics, so you know he's.
I want to
he's a
know. I want to
racer.
know. So at 335, I want to know what his height is. Also, that would help.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, height would help because I've seen guys that are. No, I haven't seen it. Have we seen the 335 guy that's like a full brick shit house?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, so that's the size of guy that's riding this motorcycle. I hope. It's just.
He's definitely got different springs
Well,
there.
he didn't.
I wonder where you get those springs.
Big boy suspension.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
that's you would have to have that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
No, there's unequivocally roost.
because of the colors or
No, everything about that is just I made my bike for me and I didn't bling it out, and that's the way I do stuff. I don't know. So it has Husaberg-esque colors. I'll kid you not. Hey Maddox, is this show interesting to you? Sometimes. So Maddox is our call screener, who you are scared to call. He's nice. Do you know you're not a motorcycle rider?
No.
Yet.
He wants to.
Oh, we're doing something just for you. Since you came in here and you've been such a good call screener, and the fact that I didn't even recognize him because you used to have you had blonde hair that was like down here. Looked like a surfer. And I probably told you this, right? I said, where do you surf in Pahrump? Because I wanted to know too. Hair's gone. He looks like me now, which is like not in an ugly way, in like a hair quantity way. But I didn't recognize him today. I'm like, which one of you clowns brought a guest to my podcast without asking me?
I did that twice. 3 times.
Yeah, but they were hot chicks, so it was cool. So
That was once.
that was normal. So anyways, we're doing a beginner bike comparison, and you're going to be blown away by how many cool bikes we've got coming for this thing. It's Matt's job, as long as he's still working for me in 12 hours from now. We've got we're going to get an E free ride. We have a Honda CRF 250F Beta X Trainer, 300 cc 2-stroke. Bob, I may have already bought this bike. I don't know. You never know. I think we have a KLX 230.
Which is the one I wanted.
Yeah, KLX 230. I think the dirt bike one.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, so we got some cool stuff. So you're going to get to go tell us how these work because you are not a motorcycle guy. Brand new.
Yep.
Perfect.
You're not allowed to touch a dirt bike until the shootout happens.
Oh, we can do a little practice. Actually, you know what he could do? He could go online and take the Jimmy Lewis Off-Road Training beginner rider course.
At JimmyLewisOffroad.com.
Jimmy Lewis Off-Road.
online courses.
Yeah, JimmyLewisOffroad.com. You notice you don't have a microphone. It's one of our best moves ever. We took Matt's microphone away from him and gave it to Logan because that way it's.
But who's gonna ask about 3D printing now?
Well, nobody's going to ask about it, but the good thing is, you know how like everybody's worried about using their motorcycle too much and wearing it out?
Yeah.
I didn't want that microphone to get worn out because I'm a cheapskate. So Logan, I gave it to Logan, and that way it's getting less mileage. Kind of like, you don't want to put too many hours on your KTM 500 because it might break or make a ticking noise. And if you saw my post on EXC and FE, what did they call that? Performance group?
The one we
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, that one. You might know it is. Do you guys want to get back to the show?
Sure. This next person is Rick Ligoon. I 100% pronounced that right.
Oh, let me help you. I like to help Logan when he can't.
I wonder what he's doing with that emoji up there.
Rick Livong.
Oh, that was way off.
That's okay. I'm just guessing too. Oh boy.
So it's a 2017 Husqvarna TC250 converted for woods.
Okay, so we do like his graphics package. I'm going to say it straight up. And if you want to support Dirt Bike Test, you should be pumping this too, bro, because this is your month. Remember, did you help Matt get that thing up on the website?
I did.
So on the website at dirtbiketest.com, you can click over on the side on the sidebar, and it says support DBT. And now it's easy to click on those links, and you can go through either Amazon or Rocky Mountain ATVMC. And if you click through there, it puts a cookie in your Instagram thingamajiggers or internets or on your Grindr account, however that works. You get a little thingy. But anyways, click through that and then support us, because you're not getting all this for free. That free. I'm moving my microphone because I see it. There. How's that?
That's good.
Okay, back to the bike.
All right. So it's got a large capacity OEM tank, Cycra Pro Bend Ultra wraparound handguards, a Cherubies plastic skid plate, Electron Carb, Enzo suspension upgrades, rear brake cooler / heat sink, fast away spark arrestor end cap, ODI lock-on half waffle, Husqvarna factory ribbed seat, O-ring chain, and a one-tooth.
There we go. Word of the night. Okay, don't worry.
Which one?
It's got to be that one because I hesitated.
Ribbed?
Logan, talking to that thing.
You ate that tonight.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. We have to pause for our
What did he say?
our Cooper word of the night. So the word is, let me just spell it. I just want to make sure I spell it out exactly the way you read it. The word is spelled RIBBED. So it's a Husqvarna. Did you say Husqvarna properly?
Yeah, Husqvarna.
Yeah, that's good. Because I have a hard time with that every once in a while, because it really is spelled funky. Because Q usually has a U after it. But anyhow, so
Swedish.
Husqvarna factory.
What'd you say, Logan?
No, what'd you say?
Oh, ribbed.
No, ribbed.
Oh, ribbed.
Ribbed.
It's ribbed for your pleasure.
Ribbed for your pleasure. Seat. Yeah.
It would be better if you had a seat concepts.
I know. Good job. You just bailed yourself out of that one. Ribbed.
He's got tons of OEM alloy components. Oh. Alloy? Is that
Alloy.
word?
No. No, see? That's a good thing. He's learning.
What'd you say there?
It's helping.
OEM.
But you said it. You said alloy.
So I said it right the first time.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't go back to the old that was the word of the week 2 shows ago. If you're wondering what we're doing, you're just stumbling across this stupid podcast, video show, whatever we call this thing. Guess what we talk about in the show? Motorcycle and motorcycle related products, but there's life lessons
But
every
Jimmy
once
likes
in a
to
while.
Make fun of us.
Well,
Jimmy likes to make fun of us.
if I didn't make fun of you, it means I don't like you. And I learned most of my valuable lessons because people thought enough of me to make fun of the stupid stuff I did and pointed out to me in front of me in a public forum. And I'm like, ooh, I better fix this. So now we've gone from alloy to alloy. That's only took 2 weeks. Right? 3 weeks? You had to go riding a bunch to figure it out, but it worked.
Yep.
So ribbed. The next time we have a ribbed seat, that's good. Don't worry. I'm tapering down where I was going to go with this because you could buy some other things that are ribbed. But for your pleasure, I'm not going to introduce this conversation any longer. Keep going.
All right. He says the Electron Carb is by far the best mod I've had. Thanks for recommending it several episodes back. I live in Colorado, and this picture is taken in the Rampart Range ORV area.
We never talk about where we ride, but thanks for dispensing that information. I'm going to just, with a couple editorial comments before you guys do your debate. So start thinking about what you're going to say, Logan. You got.
Why doesn't it have
Can we have like a team study?
A team study?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I suggested the Electron Carb. I do say that it's smooth. It's very, very smooth. It actually makes your bike more like a fuel injected bike. But however it works. I'm glad that you like it. And that's why we talk about stuff like this and try to explain it. So they're doing some team study over there.
It's an MX model.
It's MX model, so no electrical BS, he said.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
but you didn't read that.
I didn't think it was very important until Logan.
No, it's
pointed
really
out to
important. No, the fact. Okay, so
He has to kickstart it.
yeah, so he doesn't have a Kickstarter. So we talked about that. No, wait, there was the other one that had the billet kick or the orange anodized Kickstarter.
But he doesn't have
So-
electric start.
Yeah, so actually that brings up a good point. Like, would Electron Carb help make a motocross bike better off road? And the answer is probably yes. Almost all the time because they tend to hit a little bit and have an aggressive power delivery for the track. So yeah, I think then I'm glad I recommended it, even though I might not have, but in a roundabout way, yeah, we did.
George says I'm going to be a good newscaster. Thanks, George.
Bob's raising his hand. You want to acknowledge Bob? Say yes, Bob.
Yes, Bob.
Jimmy did bring that up about the Electron Carb with a motocross bike off-road and how you thought it would probably help it, just like you just said now.
Yeah. Thanks to Bob for not doing drugs during the last 40 years of his life. He's now remembering things that help us out on this show.
All right, Logan.
And Logan's doing a deep dive study into the thing.
It has a skid plate.
So
It has a skid plate.
So what do you think about the Moji? What do you think it's covering?
I know what it's covering.
Doesn't have a rear discard, but it has a front discard.
Whoa. Do you imagine the weight offset that would do on a bike? A front discard and no rear discard. You could be going down a downhill and that just the weight, I could probably feel it wanting to flip the bike.
Matt, can we get the photo up one more time?
Yeah, you can.
Do you think the weight of a front discard is heavier than spring forks compared to air forks?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Would air fork, I'll bet you the springs, it's similar, but in a different location.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would bet that you would
Feel it heavier while turning, but
ooh, that's a really good question. Like, would I feel it? Let's say, so you could switch between air forks and non-air forks, or discard and no discard. Which one would you feel the most?
which one's heavier?
Yeah, I know which one's heavier. No, I don't know which one's heavier because you have to weigh it. But I bet you that the fork springs weigh more than the discard. Well, there's lots of different weights, but
Yeah.
I think that that's a good question. You know what? We're gonna have to go out. I've got a discard that has dents in it, by the way, out in the garage, and we have fork springs. So because air is 0, and fork springs are whatever they are, and discard is discard, and air is what it is. So this might be your next job assignment. You know, when you guys are sitting around looking at your phones, waiting for me to tell you what to do next.
We're waiting for money.
I'm waiting for an invoice. It's real simple, bro.
Okay.
Company can't pay if I don't get an invoice because I don't know what to pay you. Hey, Matt, didn't you give me an invoice last week?
I did give you an invoice last week.
Have you been paid?
I don't think I have.
He hasn't been paid either. So that's the way it works.
I think last week was the bill week.
Oh, now it's going like due date. Like there's something we're paying net 30 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not an accountant either. I'm just a dumb motorcycle racer. Okay, where are we at with this bike?
Well, he's got no seat concepts.
Right.
He's got no flex bars. So
Right.
endo.
Well, does he have any of our spot? No. Wow.
Rocky Mountain.
That's Rocky Mountain. That's a good chunk of the stuff that comes in. I like the click through links on that. What
That's
about the
about
photo? I like where that photo is taken. I want to go riding there. I'm going to go riding there in a couple weeks. Not there, not Rampart in Colorado, but
He told you where it's at.
I know he told me. I'm going to go riding someplace similar to that. That's awesome. I hope his weight's not 654 pounds.
I was thinking that.
I know. Now we're going to start thinking about because I always ran like 221 was my racing number back in the day, but like I weighed like what Logan weighs right now when I had 221 as a racing number.
Wait, your number was 221?
My racing number.
Oh, shit.
Yes, look at the pictures in the my wall of fame that I put in the house over at the thing. Yeah. When you guys get old,
You have
and win a
to
lot of trophies, you can build a wall of
analyze
fame. Okay, so where are we at?
It's got a really tiny skid plate.
Tiny skid plate. That's Moto thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a glide plate. We call it skid plate is one thing. A glide plate is another.
I think it's a glide plate.
Glide plate. Okay.
Cool emoji.
I like that he went to the extra effort to stick that there. I don't like what's underneath it.
Heather likes it. She says roost.
Oh. Since when is like my wife on the chat room like going to sway your opinion?
Heather's awesome, so I'm going to roost it too.
Okay. Probably get,
Jimmy, can you put this over there?
put it where I need to put it?
No, like over there.
You don't want to say it, do you?
No, I just don't want to I don't want to disagree with Heather.
Oh.
So you're putting it over there.
So now everybody knows who the real boss is around here. Thank you. I like the extra effort. It's roosting. Like again, you guys can just tell me to shut up. It's my show.
You
Next.
always wanted a street bike. You should learn some of the mods.
Nope, that's all you, big dog.
Talking to that microphone again, Logan. Like pretend like you're a professional.
Whoa.
Jaron.
I want to see this. Oh, yeah.
2014 Ducati Hyper Motard SP. I modified my Hyper right when I got it to be the ultimate light middleweight adventure bike that Ducati didn't offer at the time. This was a few years before the Scrambler Desert Sled came out, and way before the Desert X was announced. It has over 30k miles on it, and a few thousand of those are for service roads, unpaved middle and nowhere back roads, double track, and even a little single track. I've done multiple state moto camp trips with this bike, ripped countless forest service roads, been up and down the West Coast, and have never had any issues with it. Even with these 50-50 tires, it still absolutely shreds on the pavement. The mods are...
I'm not doing it. Nope.
Cooper.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, come on. It's for the show. Come on.
Tamogani.
That's my best Scott, yes.
Oh, really? Hold on. Give it to me.
Terramani. Marigani.
Oh, boy. Now it's the Italian. It's Italian muffler. Oh, boy. Term. E. Gnu.
Maybe Bob
Termagaloni. Boy, it's a hard one. I'm going to give you. That was. What did you say? Terramagani?
Yeah.
Terramagani.
No, the chat's going to help us out here.
Maybe we can type it in.
I think it's definitely one of those words that's pronounced a little bit different than it reads. But it's big in the Ducati world. Somebody has to phonetically spell it out for us dumb dirt bike riders. They are not in the off-road market at all. So I'm going to give you guys a pass, and I'm going to just blame myself for not knowing how to say it. And I don't know if he spelled it properly. I literally think it's because the way he's spelling, I'm going to read it out. It's term I gn oni. Terminagoni. Matt's doing a little bit of work over on the side like a good producer should. He's checking us
I don't
out.
know how to take it apart.
Terminagoni. How do you say it?
Exhaust
So they should, if you have a name like that, it's like a Churbies. So like a Churbies has a shirt that has a chair and a chair and some bees.
Ooh, Ricky
A
Barbeck's
chair
gonna help
bees.
us.
Oh, what the hell?
I know me.
Terminomi. Hey, that's what they have those on the factory Honda rally bike, right, Ricky? Terminomi.
It sounded like this. What the hell?
It sounds like what? Thanks, Curly. Notice how I say his name, Curly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I keep screwing up all the
How
time.
do you
But
say that word? How do you say his first name?
I'd say Curly.
it's Kyler.
Kyler?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Actually, those are
Mr. Stoker.
those are the mufflers Ricky has on his rally bike, factory rally bike, that he's actually riding this week out in the desert someplace secretly, super top secret. So, okay, so keep going, moving along.
Full titanium exhaust that was ceramic coated black. ECU flashed at the dealer. Skid plate by SW Motec.
Right.
Wolfman Enduro tank bag and peak tail bag. Continental TKC 80 front tire. Kenda K784 rear tire. Cyclops 80V sports LED headlight bulb. Amazon auxiliary lights. Speedy mode tow frame and axle sliders. 2018 plus hypermotard metal handguards. RNG radiator guards. EBC front brake rotors. Ducati carbon mini wind fairing. Ducati Hyperstrata rear grab / cargo bars. Tidy tail by New Range.
Oh, come on! I wanted you to pass that along to see how we could see if there's an improvement in the.
What's that one?
Yeah, he knows.
Tail.
He already knows.
No, that one.
The Hyperstranda.
That's close enough. Hyperstrata. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh wow. The chat room lit up. Are you marking as spam? Good job. Yeah, these are ones for Logan to read. I usually have him read these.
You got to read the emojis.
No, just skip that stuff. Go ahead. Talk about it. That's an adventure bike. And the one thing that stands out, did you say what tires you had on it?
Yeah.
Kenda.
Big blocks.
No.
He should.
K784
Rear.
rear.
And then a
Continental
yeah.
TKC 80.
Oh, so he has the Kenda big block on the front?
No.
No, on the
Rear.
rear. He has the Kenda big block on the rear and the TKC 80 on the front. Interesting. Do you notice something interesting about the back of that bike?
Yeah, it's got some spokes and a missing one.
It's missing the
he's
swing
missing
arm.
the swing arm, yeah.
It's single-sided swing arm, which is, it's a BMW thing
It's like
and a
a
Ducati
lowrider.
thing. Oh, it's a interesting concept. That wheel comes right off the side. It's like you could NASCAR to like take that wheel right off. It slides on spines and everything.
That's dope.
Yeah. When will dirt bikes have those, huh? I raced
know what you
a
say
dirt
about
bike
this.
across Baja with that. Single-sided swing arm. Except we didn't have a single nut. We had five lugs.
Is that little black thing for when you drop it? It doesn't hurt the bike?
No.
It could be where they have stands. They're if you crash on the road, you want the bike to slide.
Yeah.
Instead of digging into stuff. Sometimes those are skid pads for that, but they also a lot of times your stand hooks up into those pegs and that picks the bike up. And since actually as went on the rear swing arm, so sometimes they hook on the rear swing arm, or sometimes you have a center stand. But I'm not going to kid you, that thing looks badass.
It does.
And this guy has some photography skills based
Look at
on
those mountains.
it. Look at those what?
Mountains.
Oh, I thought you said melons. Yeah. Hey Logan, remember that time we rode to Jugs, Nevada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan said, "Hey, let's go ride out here." We rode all the way out into the middle of nowhere to see some jugs.
What?
Jugs is a city in the middle of Nevada, in the
I
middle
thought
of
you just
nowhere.
went to the chicken ranch.
So I like that thing.
I don't know what to say about it. Looks pretty cool. Got any words?
Termin Yoni mufflers.
Termin Yoni.
I thought it was teleglami or something. I've heard it pronounced properly.
I'm gonna trust Ricky's.
Yeah, Ricky would probably know because they're on his rally bike and he needs to know how to say it if he has to ever say it. So
I think roosts.
What does Heather think?
she just tells you how to say it. I don't know if she sent a link to a video right underneath all the adult dating sites that just came across on our forum because we're popular with that kind of crowd.
Here, Jimmy, you say your 2 cents on that.
I already told you, freaking roosts. The guy
Because
shot
of the
it.
tires or
No.
because of the picture?
Oh, the Kenda Big Block on the back is roosting more than you know. That's what I run. By the way, Kenda sponsors. They help out and support my school for sure. I don't see any of their sponsored products on that, but I don't care. This thing absolutely, like if a dude rode up on this thing, you're just going straight up badass.
Yeah, that looks pretty dope.
It's dope. Yeah. What do you say? Sweet?
If you ever need more auxiliary lights from Amazon, use the link.
Yeah.
Oh, he sent
You
links?
go through dirtbiketest.com
No, he
and all you have to do is
auxiliary lights
hover
on
over
Amazon.
the Amazon link. It's really easy to get to now.
On Dirt Bike Test.
Yep, on dirtbiketest.com.
If you need auxiliary lights like this guy has. What kind of auxiliary lights were they?
Amazon.
Amazon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just go through our Amazon link and you get the same auxiliary. He has auxiliary lights in his handguards.
That's dope. Do you think they're turn signals too?
Could be. Could be sweet. Roost. Roost?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Roost.
Roost.
Yeah. I told you tonight, Matt, you got to figure out how to, I know you do them in the order they were received.
Not tonight.
Oh, you didn't?
No, not tonight.
You selected these.
Hand selected these ones.
They're all roosts. What-
So this
oh, boy.
I don't know.
this next person is a stranger in the world. Trevor Hunter.
Yeah, okay.
Can we rate this
Dang,
one?
he didn't even say
yeah,
what kind
yeah.
of bike it is.
Yeah.
Endo.
So he's endos.
No, well, here's the thing is
He sent a couple in, I think.
he's tried before and he thinks it's going to get a different result. Well,
He didn't even say what kind of bike it is.
No, there's a
Oh boy.
Wait, he doesn't?
Did
Yeah,
he
it
submit it?
No,
He submitted this bike.
Oh boy,
He's got the wrong seat on it.
So let's just start straight at the top. So your make and model, my friends. Let us know what it is because is this the 250 or the 450?
That's the 450.
It's the 450.
Yeah, I can see it on the.
Oh, because it doesn't have a big giant dent in the rear wheel, so it's not the 250 that he gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Awesome photo, bro, where it's so stinking backlit that we can't see anything. My wife right now, my wife is rolling over and she's not supposed to because she has a brand new knee. She's not supposed to do this. So that's horrible. I like the DBT logos in it, and I like Achirby's because Franco Achirby saved me from a life of slavery in Mauritania. If you don't think it exists, slavery in Mauritania, just YouTube it. I watched a really interesting documentary and said, wow, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
All right, so the mods are it's got guts racing tail / wings.
Not as good as a Seat Concepts.
Nope. It's got a Fastaway Evo extended pegs, revalve suspension by TCS, Pro Taper bars, Michelin Starcross 6 tires, WR 450 flywheel, Baja Designs headlight.
That bike actually did really good in a race. You can read about it on www.dirtbiketest.com. Trevor does the essential mods you need for a Yamaha YZ450 FX. We should talk about Yamaha 4-stroke motorcycles, I think, at this point.
Activating announcer Vo.
No, you don't read that part. Just talk into the microphone.
For motocross riders driven to dominate, the Yamaha YZ line of 4-stroke bikes are built for victory. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com today to explore what's new and improved for 2022. The YZ450F and YZ250F bring the performance with powerful 4-stroke engines, reduced unsprung weight, and new suspension settings. For the look of a full factory ride, both the YZ450F and the YZ250F come in exclusive Monster Energy Yamaha Racing Edition graphic package. And you can take precision tunability to the next level with Yamaha exclusive and industry only free Power Tuner app.
The Power Tuner app is awesome.
Visit YamahaMotorsports.com today. Find your Yamaha YZ and enter Victory Zone.
Dun, dun.
Okay, so that bike got pretty close to the victory zone.
Yeah, can we see it one more time, Matt?
Yep, I think this thing is.
We like Yamaha. We like Trevor. We like Dirt Bike Test. But give me that thing. I'm going to send it right where it belongs.
Because he didn't
Into
follow all
the
the
endo
rules.
zone. Didn't follow the rules. And you can say whatever you want about me and sponsors and stuff like that. But when it comes down to the core elements of this show, you get put where you deserve.
Get even.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right,
Know
go
your
ahead, Logan.
size. Know your size. Follow the rules. You're not winning $100, Trevor.
Oh,
Send me
yeah.
an invoice. Okay. Hey, look at George is doing his job up there.
Oh, I beat him to that.
You put him. You put
I
the
beat him
link.
to that. Yeah.
All right, so that was our.
I don't know who Restream IO is.
Well-
In the old days, we actually used to put the stream up in the top corner. We covered up the CZ shirt and my hat and the nice artwork that Ryan Hanna did. By the way, Ryan Hanna, you've met him. He came and did the school with his girlfriend. He's on tour all over the country, and I've been following him a little bit. He's been doing a little bit. It hasn't been doing as much of his artwork, but if you search Ryan Hanna artwork stuff, he did the. Actually, when we get a good cause, we're going to auction that off. I'd hate to, but it's going to go for a lot of stinking money.
Oh, that thing is amazing.
At some point. Yeah, I mean,
Are you sure you want to do that?
I will if it's for a really good cause or one of my helmets above it or something like that.
Yeah, 'cause that thing
But-
is incredible.
Yeah, it's a cool. It's very sentimental to me, although I don't have any feelings, in general.
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
why I can be such a ding dong.
All right,
Okay. So who won? The
Yes.
100 vote?
Oh boy, this is where I have feelings.
Yeah, I have my vote.
no
Yeah.
way, Matt.
That's my vote.
I'm gonna go with Chris.
Chris,
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this bike.
Well, the only reason you like that bike is because you see a little bit of your bike in there.
I do.
But if you would have rode your bike for at least 1 hour more, it would be that picture, except there'd be a crankshaft pointing out at the bottom, a hole where the part of the piston would be coming out of the front of the cylinder, and then other random damage that you weren't aware of at the time.
Yeah.
Actually, your dad, so Jimmy, your dad, his name is Jimmy also, was pretty surprised that he was still riding that bike because of the noises you heard from it.
Mm-hmm.
How come you guys didn't tell him this?
I was in front of him.
I never.
Oh,
even
you
heard-
were.
Oh, bull honky. Bull honky.
You were in front of him. Well, I know, but you obviously, your dad talked about what the bike sounded like. It was kind of like a rattling mess.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Oh, you
It
didn't hear
did. So, that's why I wanted you to ride it. It sounded like Christmas tree ornaments.
So what did I say? So I hopped. Yeah, Christmas tree ornament. Yeah. So you brought the bike here, and because it was missing a tooth or two on the front sprocket, which had been fixed since I got here. That was So I can imagine how horrible it must be to be a guy at the shop, a mechanic at the shop, and the guy rolls the bike in and says, "Yeah, my bike's missing a tooth or two on the front sprocket." And then I would go look at the front sprocket, and all the teeth are there. But that's what you told me when it showed up, or that was the reason it showed up. You called me and said, "Hey, my bike's missing a tooth or two in the front sprocket, but when it got here, it had all the teeth." And so
Yeah.
I took it for a test ride.
Yeah.
Okay, so between then and now, you put a new sprocket on.
Yeah.
And I took it for a test ride. What did I say when I came back in?
I don't remember.
Yeah, add +1 on that counter. That was a good one.
Yeah, we're already.
That was
I don't
that
remember.
was.
I don't remember.
But I was pretty sure I was like. Did you get the feeling I was saying what the F are you thinking? Did that come across?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you got off the bike and you were just like looking at it like, oh God.
Because have you ever seen like because I need to think about this for a second. The counter, like when the thing spins and the dollars are just adding up, it's like the Price is Right and how many thousands is it going to go to? That's what I was seeing as I was thinking what this is going to take, because it ran pretty damn good. Like the levers are in the right spot, the clutch worked, the brakes worked, all these things that are very important, like they all kind of worked. But having been a poor person in my past, like when I was 16,
Yeah.
and like trying to ride every last dollar out of my motorcycle and having that like we'll call it thriftiness, like try to get me an extra hour out of a bike. I'd be jumping something. Back in the day we had double jumps.
Yeah.
Now you have triple jumps. But I used to find out like halfway up the face of a double or triple jump, usually double jump back in my day. Might have been a tabletop, but halfway up the face when I needed every ounce of power out of that thing, it decided like end game. Motor's going to stop right now. It's going to seize, rod's going to lock up, transmission, something's going to break. That's where you find out like I was a poor person and I didn't do the maintenance I needed. That's what I felt when I rode your bike around the yard here. It was like I didn't know what was going to let go next. Like whether it was going to seize, whether a bearing was going to go out, a transmission was going to, all these different, it was just, there was so many rattles, clicks, dings, like vibrations. And we took it apart and saw in the parts, we saw these different things.
Yeah.
It's a well-used motorcycle. You should have actually, before you brought it to me, you should have put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And said lightly used by novice racer and sold it.
Yeah. That's what you told me. You were like, so we can rebuild this or you just sell it.
Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, that's okay. So I don't change. It's not like that's the way I feel right now, even going back and talking about it, because I don't exactly remember what I said either. I just know the feeling I had, and that was it. But since we're dirt bike tests and we want to kind of run through this stuff and learn what it costs to fix things and how you can fix things properly and get some good parts and put it in and get it going. We're rebuilding it. We kind of did that with Big John's 300, but it wasn't nearly as bad as where your bike was at.
I think the bearing took the most amount of time.
The funny thing is even when we took John's bike apart, which was a high hour, 300 hour Beta 300, even when we took his bike apart, the stuff wasn't that bad, but all the same stuff needed to replace. So you can just say, John, you didn't get the maximum out of your bike. I did. Because yours was like 20 minutes to 1 hour from a super serious catastrophic failure of some point. Yeah, makes sense?
Yeah.
So the parts we saw failing were and related back to the tooth out of the countershaft was the output shaft bearing had a big ding in it. Like when you spin the output shaft bearing, you spin it to go roll, clink, roll, clink, roll, clink.
Yeah.
So when those teeth broke off the countershaft sprocket,
yeah,
it looked like just teeth broke off countershaft sprocket, but inside the motor, it probably locked up momentarily and did a skid or something like that, and a piece of a bearing. That was that. Remember that long piece when we were pulling it apart? I said, "Oh, this isn't good."
Yeah, this isn't good.
So cylinder needs to be replated. Of course, needs a new piston. The rod, bearings.
Need some welding too.
Oh, on the frame? Yeah, we're going to get to that. It needs a little bit of love everywhere. So that's where his bike is at. And this is the problem when you're buying stuff on, you're buying used bikes. You don't know where it's at because they can your bike ran really good. I could take it. Well, I would have taken for a rip up the street and kind of just turned it back to the guy and said, nah, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I go buy bikes all the time and I ride them up and down the street and they look like somebody just they cleaned it up with sandpaper and a sledgehammer.
Yeah. But
mechanically inside, it's still good. And it takes years to learn this kind of stuff, but that's what we do. So yeah, feel it very quick. Drop that screen off there so we can, I want to look at myself on the internets.
Okay. Well, I was just heading up there so it'd be easier to remember the names.
Oh,
Because remember, we were picking a winner.
and I went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
So strange. Imagine all the guys that are. Okay, so here's the way I'm going to judge this right now, as I have like 3 or 4 up there that I like, except for one. Trevor's is just off the thing. And then we're going to answer the questions. We're going to go back to answering questions. If you're still sitting in on this show and you have a question, like Harmick 98, we're going to answer your question. If your bike is one of these bikes up in Rooster Endo, if you're on the chat, let us know you're there. Tell us which bike is yours, and you win. Actually, first guy that's in the chat will win, because I like the Ducati. I like the one that Cooper likes, the KTM 300. I like the Husky.
I like this one if you bought a skid plate.
The MX one?
You like the motocross bike. We asked Logan if he wanted to be an adventure bike rider, and he quit.
Yeah, he didn't want to be.
He didn't want to be an adventure bike rider anymore.
Oh,
One
there's
video.
Rick.
Rick.
Yep.
Rick.
My Husky.
That's it. Is that this one here?
So that's one
Yep.
you like.
He wins. That's how it works.
There we go.
Rick, you're the winner.
Sweet.
What's his
Don't
name?
worry.
Rick?
Yeah, Rick, just reach out to me.
Oh, yeah, right here.
at JimmyLewisOffroad.com. We'll
That's
get you the
awesome. Yeah,
instructions for what to
Rick.
do.
Yeah, you're the winner of the $100 Taco Moto Co. That's tacomoto.co. You're going to be able to go there and find. Well, you can probably get a better front disc guard, and Mike does have a very lightweight option for one of those if you feel that it's important.
So he is in the chat, so I want to know if that's what he's covering up.
Of course, he
yeah, it
is.
is.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, or he doesn't even have one,
And he's, yeah.
and he's just playing on us. Actually, Rick, are you? What are you doing there, buddy?
Yeah. What's the emojis?
Yeah, what's the emoji? There's no discard in there, and you duped us. That would be awesome if he
Well,
did
there
that.
is.
That's super cool.
It would have been better if
No,
he had like a
Instagram.
George sticker.
He does have one.
Oh, he does have one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well,
Take it off and throw it at the wall and whatever. No, actually, if you need to do it. So Harmick 98, what's his question?
Said, time to rebuild my forks. Are all rebuild kits the same quality?
So we talked about this many times on this show, different times. If you're the kind of guy that can go make fork seals leak after 2 rides, it doesn't matter which kit you use, whether it's wheel bearings or fork seal rebuild kits or fork complete rebuild kits, all these different things. I think it's more the rider than the kit. Most of these kits actually really do strive to do it, and you can sort of weigh everything out on the price. You know, when you see something that's way too inexpensive, too good to be true. Something that's really expensive, probably at a level that you're not necessarily going to feel. So, you know, kind of look at the prices and go through RockyMountainMC.com. Yeah.
Yep. Use
Yeah.
the drop down link.
Yeah, use drop down.
dirtbiketest.com.
Because if you do, you're supporting this month. You're supporting Cooper.
Yeah, we made it nice and easy.
Every extra $1 that we make on that is going to Cooper, and we're going to send him to reading to speech therapy classes. So, okay. Is anything else we have to cover here tonight? Oh,
product of the week,
Product of the week.
which I pulled it up for you here.
okay. So the cost on this sucker is the Taco Moto Co. So I'm holding in my hand. What does this thing weigh? A few ounces? $100.
Ooh.
Not cheap. Wow, I didn't expect that. I was expecting $70. So 100 is pretty pricey, but it's an all-in-one thing. It has the diode in it.
Yep.
That makes it so. The biggest problem when you go to LED stuff on your normal bike is that the flasher doesn't work anymore. You don't know this because you only ride motocross bikes that are converted to off-road.
Yeah.
Logan's like going, huh? What?
I leave the choke on.
Yeah, you're sitting a little too close. You're within reach. So, yeah, bolt-on application. Just, man, this thing would take, after you break your turn signals off, all you have to do is just leave the stumps that are left there.
I've done that a couple times.
On my bikes?
A couple.
Oh, okay.
I've broken a couple prototype.
Wow. Well, you just put that on your invoice, and that goes in the negative column.
That was
Yeah.
a couple invoices ago.
A couple invoices ago
Like
that I haven't received.
12.
Actually, you don't want to know what the piece you broke on that KTM 390 cost, because it's funny, because if it would have just broke the turn signal or the mount or whatever, but it actually broke this bigger thing. Remember all the stuff we were taping? Yeah. Okay, good. So back to these things. Tacomoto.co. These are the TMC fork wrap signals. Yes, Bob.
If it's totally plug and play, it's cheap.
It's totally, yeah. Exactly. And it's exactly what Bob says. If it's totally plug and play at $99, it's super cheap, because turn signals probably cost you minimum, if you go on Amazon and try to figure something out and you're going to get 2 wires and you have to
That was your
voice-o-matron. I know. I should have turned it off. Now my feet are going to talk like the devil.
or Centipede's going to go have a.
We have centipedes in here. You notice that? I try to keep all the. You wouldn't believe the damn spider that fell out of my boot the other day, like a vinegaroon kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Gnarly. So back to these things. If you took the time, and you know what my day rate is, it's like $5 an hour is what I make. It would take me at least 2 hours to figure out how to get these connectors hooked up. So that's $10. Yeah. But you at your $16 an hour, that's a lot more. But it takes you 7 hours to figure out how to put these things on here. So net, these are a bargain at $99. And they look cool and they bolt on, and we haven't tested them yet, but we're sure I'm going to let one of you guys plug and play these things, and we're going to find out how much mechanical skill you need to do it.
Does he still give you the candies?
I think I got this one.
Hey, when you buy Tacomoto.co stuff, you get root beer candies in there.
Yeah.
Or sour.
No, that's BBR.
Oh.
Hey, if you want to learn how to pump up your little XR100 or TTR125, BBR has some kits for you. There's a test on dirtbiketest.com, and they send you sour candies that are so gnarly you put them in your mouth. Did you guys eat one of those?
Kylie did.
Yeah.
I've
had them before. Those are sour.
Yeah, I thought I was getting sick. Not as good as the Tacomoto ones.
No.
So okay, are we about ready to wrap this show up?
I think we are.
Because I saw you falling asleep. Were you falling asleep over there?
There's a moment there.
What do you have to get? Do you have a job tomorrow? You have to go to work, a new job?
Yeah, try to get DBT on top of the top Moto Media outlet.
Yeah, the best. This is the best motorcycle show you can listen to right now that I'm doing live.
#1 motorcycle show hosted in Pahrump.
Yeah, it is for sure. There's no way it could be better. Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining in. Glad you stuck around. If you're still listening to this, whether it's on the podcast and live people, awesome. Thanks for all the chats, questions. Thanks for not calling into the show on our Seat Concepts hot seat hotline.
Yeah, best seats.
I know, it's the hot seat, and everybody thinks they're going to get like raked over the coals. Next time, Bob, I'm going to give you the number. We're going to have you step outside, and you're going to call into the show. That way, we can't video you. But I'm still thankful to Seat Concepts, because not only do I have a seat coming for my Tenere 700, I chose the Rally seat, the Rally Tall, actually. Mm-hmm. But you saw how much I sat down, which is abnormal on that KTM 390.
I also saw how much you sat down on the Tenere 700 when I was on the back of it.
Oh, on the back.
For my life.
When did we do that?
The slow race at
Oh, yeah, we borrowed one.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't stand up with you on the back.
You guys rode double?
We lost. Yeah, we lost the competition because Logan tipped us over.
We also went for a hole shot.
Well, yeah, I was saying, well, I can't help myself. Line it, put everybody in line. I was going to hole shot the thing and go in. Then we went into the. It's a long story, but Logan tipped me over. So I'm blaming that. But we didn't have a Seat Concept seat. Had we had a Seat Concept seat, I would have had more maneuverability and more comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. So, hey, Mark, good. Thanks for joining in. Thanks, Dennis, all the locals that have been supporting us forever. If you have any questions for us, put them in the chat in the comments, wherever you're listening to this, following this. It sure helps us out. www.dirtbiketest.com. You can find us on YouTube's, on Facebook's. You can follow Matt on Twitch, where he games.
It's called MX Coach, right?
MX Coach?
Riding Coach.
Oh. Riding Coach on
Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
Twitch.tv/riding coach.
If you donate enough money to him, that's claps or something. You give him claps and he makes money. and he has to do
Noises.
push-ups.
You can.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah, no, my chat towards the end of my stream, they'll just give me a full blown workout.
Push-ups.
Lately, they've been forcing me to do yoga workouts.
Oh,
that's been the new thing. So.
That's really weird. That's kind of strange to me.
No,
Let's see the tree.
Funny.
Let's see the tree.
No, it's funny.
Go to www.jimmylewisoffroad.com to learn how to be a better rider, especially if you're a beginner rider. We have a beginner rider thing. So if you want to teach somebody else how to ride, save yourself a horrible relationship and just pay the $40 and let us do the hard work. And then you can actually, right now we have free online coaching. If you're listening to this thing pretty close, there's a way you can go in there, and now we're kind of doing some beta testing on some online coaching. You get like hundreds of dollars of free coaching for free. So
I have one guy who's very thrilled about it.
We made him a better rider.
Oh no, he was he was super appreciative of it, and he's actually really stoked on the whole concept.
Hey, I know it works, or I wouldn't do it, because you see me just trying to make money here.
Right.
That's really, I'm not very good at that, but we like to produce a quality product. Cletus, thanks for joining in tonight. I know it was a little rough. We beat up on you when you weren't here.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go back and listen to those podcasts. But I'm very happy that your pronunciation has come a long ways.
Learning.
Yeah. Aloy, mates. Okay, Logan, you're talking more. That's good.
Yeah.
The growth is substantial. It's awesome.
Pinch him.
Yeah,
Are we going to go riding on Thursday? That's the question.
Yeah.
We're going to do a photo shoot.
Sure.
Photo shoot? Yeah, awesome. There'll be no ridicule. I have to lie.
That's a
I'm
stretch.
lying. Yeah, I know. No, we're going to do good. Matt, thanks for doing whatever you did tonight.
2 buttons.
Quitting. Yeah, quitting.
Yeah, going to join Christini.
Thanks for the help out, Maddox, with the answering all those calls. Yeah. Lucky you didn't have to babysit. Right, Logan?
Real lucky.
Yeah, Big John bringing his little kids in here. They were tearing the place apart.
I made him run figure eights. So
Figure eights in the living room.
no, on your track.
Oh,
really?
I made sure they squashed down the berms.
Oh, yeah. They're muddy right now.
Nice.
Bob, nice to see you again. And Ned, did he die?
No, you drove him out of here.
You drove him out of here. Yeah, it's such an awesome show. Well, I mean, you know how it goes. So thank Rick. We're ribbed for the win. It's awesome. And we will see everybody out in the trail next week. Cheers.